We are live, and all the screens are working, and that's good. Alrighty. Time on travel. Ooh, we got some lag there. Time on Traveler. You guys blew up a spaceship. Before that, you blew up a bunch of bad guys. You're blowing things up. That's not going to be necessarily the tempo of tonight's episode. Tonight we're going to have more of a story mission. You bangs and pops. And we are going to close out Chapter 1 and move on to Chapter 2 of this story arc. So, as things have been happening in the world, you'll notice that there's this line of worlds that are called the Shield Worlds that Zion Trey is a part of. The world in the middle of that, called Westons, is another world that's pretty much identical to Zion Trey in every measurable way. The major offensive is started by the Chiton to hit Westons, and they make serious inroads. Enough that the fleet that is currently protecting Zion Trey is called away to go defend Westons. In its absence, all of the mercenary groups have been conscripted to make a ad hoc militia to guard the system. So it takes away a little bit of your discretion to, choose your missions. You're still getting paid, though. And your friend the Prime Paladin has a mission assignment for you, and has requested the presence for your for you to come and chat with him about an ongoing mission he's got. One of you has pushed to talk, and I don't have Discord up, so I can't see which one of it is. This is normally where Ghost gets you guys rolling, but you guys are going to have to sort without him for a few minutes.
So we have to go save the Prime Paladin. Do we get to meet him? Is his wife going to be there?
Not save. It's just a come talk to me about a mission. He's not in trouble.
Yeah, he always gives me... He might know more about me than I like, but let's go talk to him.
Awesome. Okay. So who's all going on the excursion, and who wants to get some shopping done? They're not mutually exclusive. You can do both.
I think both.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm good to go on the excursion.
All right. Sterling?
I think I'm good. I am planning on going along, so just probably just pick up and refill some gear, ammo and stuff.
Okay. So you all pile into a taxi and head to the office building that the Prime Paladin keeps reserved. Should probably have that cut on beforehand. That's important. So you guys zip through the streets of the bustling Star Town, and you arrive at it's basically a hotel conference room, where Peter Sierra is waiting for you, and I'm assuming that this is a group outing, so I'm going to pull all you guys in. As you arrive, he's like, "Gentlemen, it's so good to see you. I realize that you are very busy helping with all the militia patrols and keeping the system secure, but I have a mission that I've been authorized to give you. And I specifically requested you because of your experience with the Psi Ember."
Is there another Psi Ember? Do we get to blow it up?
So that's an interesting question. I'm not positive we should have blown up the last one. But that's neither here nor there. It did work spectacularly in our favor. But there are more Psi Embers. I'm actually relatively certain at this point there are many, many more Psi Embers. And I'm also relatively certain that the Chitin didn't create them. So that's another interesting thing. We've gotten a little bit of research done. They seem to have a certain resonance, and that is part of what has led to this mission. Working with some of the shards, some of the remains of some of the Psi Embers, we've been able to figure out that they have some sort of psionic resonance, and they ping off of each other. And there's a huge concentration of them on a celestial object that's just outside of our star system. And I would like you gentlemen to go investigate that object.
And if we find it?
Well, then that's where the investigating comes in hand. Yeah, I have no idea what it's going to be other than I suspect that it's going to be sizable. And it's in deep space, so we'll need to be able to make you need to be able to make 2 consecutive jumps in order to get to it. Because you'll have to jump there, and then there's no guarantee you'll be able to refuel, so you have to carry enough fuel with you to come back. And that's going to present a couple of problems, but we can sort that out relatively easily.
Tell me more about these fragments and...
So when the last shard was destroyed, we sent our forensics teams to go investigate. On top of some rather interesting biological matter that they found, and some interesting residues that they found, they also found shards of the crystals. Crystal shards tend to resonate at the same way, although much smaller, as the larger parts. And we believe this is some sort of psionic network. Of course, you would have to be psionic to access it. But it's a very interesting theory. If it is true, it could be that a key to at least inhibiting the Chitin, if not stopping them.
I'm going to stare at him for a little bit. I'm going to think about it. Do you have a way of detecting them?
The crystals?
Yeah, like some kind of scanner. Because you keep saying like frequency.
Yeah, I mean we've tuned some of our radio telescopes to listen for the frequency that they resonate at. However, the larger the concentration of them, the more that we can detect them, which is actually how we figured out that the Chitin probably didn't create them. You see, they're everywhere in the galaxy. As far as we can see, actually, deeper into our system, further out, within their home space. I mean, these things are seeded throughout the galaxy.
Just a second, and I turn around and I reach into my arm and I say, we pulled this from one of the big brain ones.
That's interesting. Can I see that?
Yeah. Like I was burning it just to make sure, because the big brain ones do this weird screamy thing. It hurts your head an awful lot. And I again, just a little bit upset at him. But as I was burning it, I saw this little glow, and it looks like it was inside it.
So he flips it over, and if you remember the description from the last time, it's got some circuitry that's been like implanted into it. And as he's flipping it over, he's like, so they've figured out some way to modify this. And this circuitry doesn't look that different than the kind of technology we use. Interesting.
Yeah. Also, I can confirm that if you resonate with the crystal the right way, you can speak to maybe all of the Chitin ever. I only did it for like 3 seconds, and it might have been what called them to the giant crystal.
I just bearded my keyboard. I'm going to need a second.
I thought he was about to pull out an axe and chop my face off.
Why are you shaving at your keyboard?
I think he fell beard first into his keyboard.
Stuck in there. That's weird. Was he typing with his tongue or something?
He's real good at hitting that chin on the space bar and just spamming.
I mean, he's clearly not that good because he got his beard stuck in it.
I hope he's just got an X key and a F3 just stuck in deep.
You think he's over there with a trimmer trying to trim it out?
Yeah, I think he's stuck.
Yeah. I didn't think he had enough facial hair for that.
You haven't seen him in a while. It's pretty long.
I mean, that's kind of subjective, isn't it?
Pretty long, or seen him in a while.
Yes.
I say, give it another month or two, he might be looking like somebody from ZZ Top.
I shaved off a small child when I didn't realize it had been so long since I trimmed my beard. I literally almost filled the sink and jammed the razor up 4 times.
It's trying to make shaved off a small child dirty, and I think it is, but I don't know how. It feels bad saying it.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you just want to avoid. I regretted saying it, but I feel like I'm safe because there's no way you can use it without instantly regretting it as much as I did when I first said it.
Yeah, well, you said it, so you got to own it now. Just must own it.
No, I'm good. I'm good. You can have it. I'll give it away.
What are we giving away? Sorry, I'm back.
Shaving small kids.
Shaving them off.
You mean like a brisket, or?
No. You said your beard got stuck in your keyboard, so we started talking about how that was weird, and we didn't understand how you could have got your beard stuck.
I said I beard my keyboard.
Yeah, that's what I said.
As in spilt beer on keyboard.
Oh, that's not what you said. You said you bearded. Kiz and I both came to the exact same conclusion.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that either.
We had a long discussion about it. We figured you got the F3 and the X key stuck in there. And I was like, I didn't think you had enough facial hair for that. And Kiz was like, we haven't seen him in a while. He's got a ZZ Top beard. And I was like, I don't know about that.
I said I shaved a small goat.
No, that's not what I said.
Soaked goat? Are we going back there? We going back to Tabos? Let's tell Thodubs about Tabos. I didn't tell him about your little furry though.
Oh boy.
One of the more disturbing creations than Jeremy and I's war to make the other one more uncomfortable.
So
Really very much like her.
Yeah.
Maybe she's supposed to play.
look, Thodubs has no background on this, but there was a point in time while we were playing tabletop where Kizik and Maul were in a battle to see who could make who blink first in the awkwardness.
I'm pretty sure there was a mutual back down.
Remy was speaking and Maul had female voice. It was very difficult.
Yeah, it was weird. I think if I remember correctly, it was a mutual standing down of hostilities.
And then she died in a bomb. And Remy walked away.
Remy hated her. To be fair, she did try to mind control him a couple times.
Immediately stole from my pockets.
Which the only thing that made Kizik really mad about that was the fact that I was like, no, she succeeded. Even though you can't know. All right, I'm sorry that I interrupted the middle of that little exchange.
Beard stuck in your keyboard. It's fine. Don't sweat it. That had to be painful.
All right, well, if I suddenly start hitting the same key in chat repetitively, you know what happened.
Hey, get stuck again.
It's gonna be X, and we know it.
Yeah.
All right, where were we?
Talking about your beard getting stuck in the keyboard?
Before that.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh yeah, you were asking about the Psi Ember chip, and he wants to take it. he wants to study it, and I wanted to see what you were going to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to touch it again. The last time I touched it, I think I saw every single chitin in existence, and there were billions of them.
Wow. Well, that would have to mean that there are billions of them connected to the network for you to see them. That doesn't necessarily mean unless all of them are connected to the network. This does confirm our theory about it being a psionic network, though.
Yeah. Also, I think they knew that I was there. It felt like every eye immediately turned to me, and
Were they
then
all chitin? Was there anyone else in the network? It seems like it would work with any psionic individual.
I mean, we took it from that psionic commune, so I assume they touched it.
Interesting.
I can't talk to them right now, so I feel like you have to be touching it. So that means that there was a billion of them touching it?
So you
Well, it was probably just a billion of them that had that chip, because we only found that chip in one.
I was about to say, maybe they do these implants and that's how they stay touching the network. But a small one like this would have a very limited area of effect.
Right. But it'd be like a wireless extender.
Yeah.
You know, so you put these throughout, and then that extends your network.
That's
You're, if you will, a sci-fi network. That's PSI.
It's okay. The chat saw it because it's.
I know. I just wanted to point it out again. I'm very proud of that. It's pretty good.
All right. He's like, I'm gonna give you the coordinates, and just to be safe, because you're heading out of the system and into a very dangerous territory, I'm gonna authorize some ship upgrades for your vessel, if you don't mind. They'll take a week or so to have the changes complete, and some of them will be temporary, but it'll help you get there and back, hopefully in one piece. No follow-up questions to that?
I guess thank you. Like,
Oh, okay. You're just like, it's cool. You can mess with our ride. That's fine.
Adding things to our ship it seems like a win-win for us. Do we need to know about them, or are we good just getting them for? Oh,
that's what I thought the follow-up questions were going to be. Like
upgrades.
Yeah, just go ahead and pimp our ride.
Yeah. He's going to be like, so the coating that's going to wear off after a few jumps. We have it's a visual coating. It makes the ship harder to see. And then sensor baffles are the other upgrade we're going to give you. The sensor baffles are going to allow you to temporarily mask your IR and radar signatures. But they work kind of like a heat bank. They're going to overheat after a certain amount of time, and then you'll have to dump all your heat. So just keep that in mind when using them. Also, overheating them can break them, and they're prototypes, so you're not going to be able to repair them without specialized help.
If they get too hot and we decide we want to hack them off to save the rest of the ship, is that gonna?
Well, they'll be
just vent the heat. You don't have to hack them off.
Yeah, they'll be inside the ship. So
you just gotta vent the heat. It's basically keeping the heat inside the ship, so that the outside continues to look like just normal space.
Okay.
This is essentially stealth mode.
Yes, that is what this is. And that is because I don't know what's going to be where you're going. And for all I know, it's a Chitin, fortress world. So, although we have established there's no star there to our astronomy department, but it could be anything. And I want to give you the best chance of coming back in one piece.
Alright, so we need to pick up some fuel, probably some camping gear, and make sure we're armed to the teeth.
Sounds like a plan. Gentlemen, I wish you luck.
Are you sure that you're not sending us out into a death trap?
No, he's not sure. That's why he's telling us to all the things that I just said.
That's why we have.
He's prepared. He's making it stealthy. He's telling us to get a bunch of fuel. and be prepared for pretty much anything. Hence camping and lots of guns.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we could absolutely die on this mission, but we could pretty much die on every mission.
Since this is all prototype stuff, I'm assuming it does work, right? I mean,
Are you gonna
Yeah,
ask?
usually the prototype is the first one that works. It's not the best one. It's just the first one that actually worked. The ones before that aren't prototypes. They're
Yeah, you can have prototypes before prototypes.
I
I'm
don't
good
think
with
a
that.
prototype is working. It's like the original.
It's
that
working,
works.
but not beautiful.
Right.
It works with caveats.
Yeah, you got to vent that heat.
Are we filled in with all those caveats?
The ones he knows about, yeah.
All right.
Those are good questions. All right.
Are any of these things shielded or anything like that to protect us from anything that may? I mean, I'm sure if it gets bumped, it's not going to blow up or something, right?
Aren't you like 30 years old? I mean, you've already lived for forever. I'm 34. I'm fucking ancient.
I thought you went way over the 34 one.
I don't know. The math.
Yeah, we've seen enough life, you know.
Yeah, no, literally, we've spent our whole lives. So this is just the icing.
All right. So you guys are going to do some shopping, or do you have more questions for the paladin?
I don't have any more questions.
Yeah, I'm good too.
You handed over that Psi chip. Are you going to gonna let him study it?
Yeah, he still has it. I still don't want to touch it, and I'm gonna ask him if he has like a handheld scanner that gives me I think that there's one of these things resonating in a like planet-sized or even 300-meter sized thing.
I'm gonna be like, oh, I didn't know you were a scientific type, and he's gonna pull out a data wafer and hand it to you. Be like, here's all the data we have. You can configure a multitude of regular scanners to pick up the frequency, and all of our research is on that chip.
Wow, thanks.
So you already said that it's not safe to touch for people with psionic abilities, but it's okay for other people.
I don't even know that.
So
Do we need to have a special box for this thing?
it's not unsafe for someone with psionic ability to touch. They just may tap into the network whether they wanted to or not. We have not had anyone without psionic ability able to trigger the network effect. Actually, the most cohesive description I've had of a connection was just now from Sammy here. All our people could only get a rough feel, like just a funny feeling. Of course, psionics have kind of a taboo, so people don't always tell you if they are. But yeah, we have a lot of normal researchers that have handled the shards, and none of them have had anything other than bad dreams, which isn't necessarily caused by the shard.
Also, when it was in its full form and the people touched it, they killed themselves. Just a friendly
So we got
reminder.
a special box for this thing, right?
Well, we're going to a planet where this crystal resonates a lot. So we might just be on an entire planet of psionically enhancing crystals.
Also, you've
Cool.
been carrying the crystal the whole time, or rather, Sammy has, and he hasn't killed himself yet. And he just handed it over to this guy, and you guys are leaving it here. So,
So what I'm hearing is I need to freeze some sperm before we go.
I'm sure you have enough offspring.
How many kids do you have?
I might want a couple more.
I could see Sterling walking down to the sperm bank and being like, or I could just hit up that brothel.
There's one way to make a deposit, right?
Terrible. All right. Okay. We're going to go on to the shopping section.
So we have a week, right?
Yes, you have a week for the refits on the ship, and then it's going to take a week in jump space to get to your destination.
And the armor that we're currently using is the boarding vac suit.
That is correct.
All right. And how do you know what kind of hard points it has? How do you know what you can add to it, is what I'm asking.
What are you trying to add? Because if it's a shield, it's just a piece of equipment that you carry.
Yeah, I know that part. I was that's one of the things I'm looking for, but not to add to it. There's other stuff you can add, like there's all kinds of stuff in here. I was just trying to figure out what we were capable of. Like, how do you know what you can add to it?
That's a good question, because I haven't actually looked into modifying armor yet. Let me pull up the book and see if there's any really obvious points on it. There probably aren't, because you would probably already...
There's boss that has like.
I have been careful to not read a lot of rules on this.
I actually think that might have helped you a little bit.
I start reading rules, then I'll start down the rabbit hole, and then you won't like me playing anymore.
I like you playing Edge of the Empire just fine. I like you playing Edge of the Empire just fine. We've been playing that for like, what, 5-6 years?
I just mean it keeps me from...
I get it. It's not personal augmentation because it's not cybernetic. You have to just name things what they are.
Oh, and she's not downstairs. Now would be the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'll go downstairs and start looking.
One of these like smaller boxes.
I'll go downstairs.
Don't
and check.
think it's one that actually says small.
I'll go downstairs.
I'm pretty sure that's Maul's microphone because I think I recognize the misses.
yeah. Sorry, a lot of people in the house now.
Yep. I imagine it's going to be a thing for a while now.
Yes. Now, I was thinking thruster pack was one of them that I wanted, maybe.
What page is the thruster pack on?
Page 28.
27, 28 are all of the options.
There you go. That's what I'm looking for. I'm still digging through the book trying to find it. Surely this will tell me.
It's got one paragraph that says, various other items exist. Various other items exist can be used for personal defense. Most can be applied to clothing or armor, or to a covering draped over whether is to be hidden from view. It's good English.
Yeah, I was about to say that's real good. It's almost as bad as the first book. Let's see if Mother Google has an easy answer. Much stuff. Holy crap.
What?
I said there's so much stuff. When you start Googling this, you just go down instant. There's a million different articles.
Yep.
Alright, so for expedience purposes for today, how many mods are you looking to get?
I don't know. I thought there would be. I thought I was going to find something I didn't find. So I'm looking. The only one I was looking at is the padded one, which just basically takes -1 to your dex checks and +1 to your protection. Because at this point, every single bit of damage that we don't take is
Good. Yes.
nice. Yeah.
Because
Grav Assist looks cool, but I don't see that it actually does anything for me unless I get a big gun.
okay. I'm gonna tentatively say that you can add 2 mods, and I will figure out more from there if you want. I'll have to.
Okay.
Shield is a piece of equipment, doesn't count as mod.
Yeah, I'm heading for shields next. I think I'll put a thruster pack. They're not expensive, and the padding. The padding's basically just 1 extra armor, so.
That makes sense.
Because I'm assuming we still haven't been able to find anywhere to get like either battle dress or the one right before battle dress, which I don't remember what it's called.
I mean, you've got power armor, which is pretty good. I thought power armor was better than battle dress.
Battle dress is in the millions. Power armor is considerably cheaper. Like
Battle dress is always tech level 14, 15.
Yeah.
So it's like the big bulky Iron Man versus the form-fitting one.
Carries it in a suitcase and just says apply.
Most of the power armor is TL. That one's 13. That's still too high though. This is the one I have, the mechanical carapace.
I checked like almost all of the boxes.
Well, it exists.
I'm going to lean back into the Paladin and say, hey, so you've been doing some psionic-based testing. Do you know of or have access to any psionic dampening or enhancing drugs?
You're just gonna walk back in there all by your lonesome and be like, "Hey, bro, you got any drugs for me?" You know, the special wink, wink, nudge, nudge kind. For the brain.
Yeah. Everybody else is like, cool. We need like this big, cool stuff, and I'm like, oh man. So, I don't know if it's going to be helpful, but I feel like in the right situation, not being psionic would probably be helpful.
You know what page shields are on?
Or rule book, page 124, but we're not going to use the rules they assign for it. Shield will grant you a chance to put it in front of you, or you can call that you're hiding behind it, and it'll grant you cover equivalent to hiding behind a barricade, which is hiding behind a barricade is 10 extra armor on top of your armor.
Also, they're on 106 in the Central Supply book.
Is it 106?
Yes, sir.
Shield?
Section 4, shield.
Oh, it is on there. Look at that.
I knew they were in there. I just didn't remember what page they were.
I like the look of the buckler, but I don't think it does anything.
Oh, it's +8, not +10. I didn't know there were different kinds. Look at me.
Yeah, there's a couple different kinds.
I'm a good GM. I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, okay, so you wanted psionic drugs. Yeah, I'm sure that's something that he has available, as long as you're looking for the stuff that suppresses psionics.
Yeah, yes, of course.
So he is going to be like, so that's a whole new thing you're asking for there.
I mean, we also had this wink, wink, nudge, nudge thing where I touched a giant crystal with my mind and used it like a telephone to see 1 billion Triton.
Yeah. So, you're looking to make your abilities more or less?
Again, it would be nice if I had a drug for both, but if you're just researching it and have access to one or the other, I'm happy either way.
Said, okay. So he goes to a cabinet and he pulls out a box that's
Hello?
it's roughly the size of like a remote control or a candy bar. And he hands it to you, and as you flip up the tab, there's a dozen vials in it. And they're like self-injecting. So like you'd hold it up to like your neck and you'd hit a button and it would instantly inject. They also are meant to be used so that like you can put it in your suit's system. And he's like, this is an inhibitor drug. Once you take it, it'll dampen all of your psionic abilities for roughly an hour.
How much do you want for it?
He's like, I don't want anything for them. That's.
Do you have a need for these, or you're giving me all of these?
I have many of those. You can have those.
All right.
All right.
And as I like slowly back away, I'm gonna reach out to him with my mind.
Okay. You gonna try and read his thoughts?
Yeah.
Do you have telepathy as a trained skill?
I do.
Okay, well then just make a normal check for it. Did we pass?
No, I was looking for my dice and trying to remember the very specific rules for this.
So you roll with your psi modifier and then you
I
deduct.
rolled a 3. I didn't get anywhere close to it.
Okay. Then you do not read his mind. But he's not psionic, so he can't tell you tried.
Good. That's halfway what I was trying to do.
You also didn't find out that he had a psionic shield modifier that would actually enhance your ability, but he's keeping it tightly under wraps.
I'm okay with that too.
He's been working on it to try to make his wife's abilities better.
I was trying to glean if this these drugs were injected into his wife against her will or not.
Yeah, no. But, no, that's meta. You don't know any of that. You didn't read his mind. So, is that all you're going to do while you're in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you again, Mr. Paladin.
It's like, yeah. It's, good luck. And, just remember, if you use those, it might inhibit your ability to do something when you need to do it. Although, if you're being attacked, that could be helpful. All right. Let's go down the list. Raccoon.
What technology level are we?
You're at Tech 10, but you can get up to 12 on this planet.
Okay. Yeah, I would like the computer weave.
Okay.
I guess I'll go for the tech level 11 there.
Okay.
And so that's one. Dang it. Oh, we can get up to 12?
Yeah, Tech level 12, yeah.
Okay. I also like that chameleon IR.
Okay.
Whether or not it's actually going to be effective, who knows, but I still like the idea of it.
Go ahead and make sure you jot all that down and deduct your money. I'm not keeping track of it.
Right.
If you're buying at Tech level 12, the price goes up various amounts. Something like Chameleon IR, because you're the paladins helping you out, I'll say it goes up 20%.
Okay. All right. And then computer weave is...
No increase for tech level 10.
There's no increase for Tech level 10. You are Tech level 10.
Or 11?
11 will be negligible enough. We'll just do it for... Technically, it should be 10%, but...
Yeah, it's an extra 100 credits.
Yeah, I mean, for most items, that's not going to matter. It's only the really big stuff. Like if you go to buy a tank, that 10% hurts.
Yeah.
All right. Graybeard, as he's called today.
I have no idea.
So, are you kitted out with all the equipment you think you're going to need for this excursion?
Well, I mean, again, talk to me about the environment of this place.
I would if I knew what it was.
Fine. Breathable oxygen? Are we temperatures? Anything like that?
We know it's got crystals on it. And there's probably not a sun in its, or there shouldn't be a sun according to an astrologist.
So extremely cold.
There is an environmental radar if you're that worried about everything.
What was that? I can barely hear you.
There's an environmental reader if you're worried about being able to breathe stuff.
Yeah, I saw that actually. So that's
But I
actually
apparently
kind of.
only care about being stealthy from an IR check.
I think the environmental reader. I think the modification will look good for adding that to my suit, to the vac suit.
Okay, sounds good. Same deal. Deduct your credits and make sure you write everything down so you can keep track of it.
Kind of like the idea that extended life support too. That looks kind of neat.
Pick 2. If those are your 2, then you're good to go.
Oh, I only get 2? My gosh.
Well, per set of armor. You can always buy another set of armor. Alright, if Thodos is good. Craven, have you sorted your stuff out?
Yeah, I found power armor I'm getting. It's TL10 and 50k.
Awesome. Is it sealed?
I found a mod to make it sealed.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't figure out if it was sealed.
If it doesn't say that it's a vac suit, like in the description,
Requires vac suit 1.
all power armor requires vac suit. That doesn't mean it's a vac suit. Yeah. If it's under the power armor category and it doesn't look sealed, it probably isn't. But if you want to put the modification on it to make it sealed, then you're probably okay. Is that the one you're looking at? Powered plate? I mean, that looks pretty sealed.
That's what I thought.
How much is a sealed modification?
Not much.
Self-sealed?
2,000.
Yeah, it's fine. It can be sealed.
Okay. So I don't have to waste the 2k on that?
No.
Good. Then I'm going to get the thruster and what's the other thing I was looking at?
If you don't have an actual vac suit, like if you're not using the boarding vac suit, having a thruster pack is a really good idea.
Yeah, I'll get the thruster pack, and feels like a waste to use my mod on a $50 padding.
It's literally a Walmart pillow. You're just
Yeah, I know. Literally, we filled this thing with foam, getting it before it dries.
yeah. It's so funny.
Oh, I'm gonna put a med kit. I'm gonna put the med kit, which is TL10, and the thruster pack, which is TL12. That's the only one I need a price on then. Oh no, there's a TL9 one. So what is the difference in the 9?
TL12 long range.
I wouldn't worry too much about these discretions because this is just like long term. How much thruster ammunition you use is really.
So I'm just gonna get the standard, the TL9, which should be the regular price.
Yeah, I think that you're mainly going to be using it to get from point A to point B in a straight line, so I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal.
Yeah. All right, and then I'm gonna pick up some power cells because it specifically says it uses a power cell and how much they cost.
That is an incredibly wise idea. I may have read that and chosen not to say anything.
It was the first thing I read when I got this thing because the other armor was so disappointing.
I still think the boarding vac suit is an amazing bang for buck value.
Oh, that I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the
Carapace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I the more
10 hours.
the more I read about that thing, the more I was like, I mean, it's not expensive and it's low tech level, so you get what you pay for. But yeah, it's you have to really want power armor for that.
Yeah, this one lasts for 100 hours. That's 4 days. And I'm gonna buy 2 extra batteries to always have on charge.
You're gonna run out of food before you run out of power.
I'm aware. I will die in this motherfucker. I mean, I probably will die in this thing, but that's beside the point.
You know, you're managing your own expectations. It's important.
Yeah.
All right, so next up on.
And the riot shield. So I was looking at the shields. The riot shield is the one that gives you, if you can take cover behind it.
Yeah, it's +8.
It gives you cover, and it's a +8 to what you already have.
Yes, that was one of the things I specifically read that I needed you to read because that's going to be important. Also, the rules on reactions in combat where you can dive for cover and such.
Yeah, so those just increase the difficulty to hit you if you have any dexterity points.
I don't think you need to use dexterity to use them.
That's what the thing said. That was the unfortunate. I read that and I was like, oh, well, I'm still screwed.
Yeah, you have to use dexterity to dodge it, or you have to dive for cover, and then you just miss.
Yeah, so you can still dive for cover.
Yeah, but then they can shoot you the next turn, so you literally just postponed the inevitable and not made any forward movement.
See, I told you. Me and Kizik had a long conversation about this where I was like, he's never going to use that. It's pointless.
It is pointless. All you've done is and they get a +1 to hit you because you're prone.
Yeah, I figured that's why you're getting thruster boots, so you could dive for cover and then and shoot yourself away from them.
Yeah, this was which shield were you getting? The boarding shield?
Yeah, I got the boarding shield. Yes.
Yeah, it's good for cover for 2 people also.
Yeah. So somebody can go with me, and boom, boom. And then last question. I already know the answer, but I'm still gonna ask it. Can I find a gravity hammer in this place?
What tech?
It's not EL12.
It's okay. Then probably not.
Hold on. It's close. It's 13. If I thought it would help, I'd give you puppy dog eyes.
Nope. 5 doesn't cut it. So, unfortunately, nobody has a line on one right now, but there's this shady Vargar dealer, Mott Dur's Merc Outfitters, and he's got like this sign that's half hanging off the door when you go in. You start asking him about this gravity hammer, and he's like, you know, my cousin Mel, he works on one of those core worlds. They have higher tech level stuff, but it's going to cost you a pretty penny if you want me to import one.
Like twice as much?
You tell me you're serious about getting it. I'll see how much it costs me to get it, and when you get back from your mission, I'll let you know.
I'll pay you half whatever you want up front now. If that convinces you I'm serious.
So he's gonna give you a little smirk, and he's like, "Well, I've never been a man to turn down free money."
So how much does he want?
Oh, he wants 10K.
Okay, I give him 10K.
He likes you as a customer already.
Yeah, I like that gravity hammer. I mean, I'd pay him 30K if he could get it to me right now.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to do that. I rolled to see if it was actually on the planet, and it wasn't. My next roll would have been, do you have the streetwise to find it? But it wasn't on the planet, so he didn't. All right. So, that takes care of Craven, Kizik. You got your inhibitor drugs. Was that all you were looking for? You want to do some mods?
I found a set of dispersion. It's tech level 12. It's like a subsuit that goes underneath of your vortex suit, and it does +10 to lasers.
Oh, that's a Good idea. Everybody should have that.
What is it?
The dispersion thing.
Is it a mod?
Sounds like it. What page is it on?
No, it's just personal protection.
Page.
What page?
I gotta find it again.
It's got to be 28 something.
He made it up.
17.
Oh, you talking about Ablat?
Nope.
Oh, it's 16.
Semi-metallic polymer that wraps the traveler in advanced energy dispersion materials. This protective suit is not quite as physically protective as anti-ballistic cloth, built to observe and eliminate with wavelengths of energy that strike against it. Yeah,
Can you wear that underneath your vac suit?
I will let you guys buy those and wear them underneath your vac suit.
Oh, well then I'll buy one.
Done.
So that means against lasers, we get our normal armor plus that?
Yeah, you'll be wearing this under your stuff, but it's only for lasers and fire. However, I'm sure that Kizik has figured this out. The main weaponry the Triton use are lasers.
Yeah, I figured that out.
So you don't have to stop it.
Just save the party.
You don't have to stop everything. You just have to stop what they're going to use to kill you.
As long as we can wear that thing underneath our vac suit, I'm sold.
I mean, I'm not saying this won't come back to bite you, but I just don't see how it could happen yet.
He's just gonna give us now 1,000 little guys with little pokey things.
Well, they do have guys with little pokey things, actually, come to think of it. Those are a thing. But they haven't come anywhere close to killing you.
You guys are all in there. You're like, hey, so what kind of mod can you get here? And down the alley, a guy was like, hey, this stops lasers. And I turned around and went, wait, what? He's like, yeah, come check it out. And you guys were like, cool, look, I bought a brand new power armor. It's got this. And I go, I just bought a thing that stops lasers. And you guys went, wait, what? I need one too.
I just buy one and start lining the inside of my suit with it.
There you go.
Okay. Well, he's already spray foaming the inside of his suit, so it's just another layer.
Just another layer.
Hey, well,
He's been shot sometimes. He's like, I got this.
The guy-
I'm getting shot more.
The guy that was selling it to Maul was like, why do you need the triple XL? You're a tiny dude.
He got hit with a hammer for calling Maul tiny.
He probably would have. No, you can't do that, even in the starport. They get angry. Right, Kizik, is that your... I say, is that your only contribution? Like, you didn't just give the whole party a plus 10.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Alrighty. 8:58. We are right on schedule. So, a week goes by, and you guys suit up, you customize your armor, you guys, sort up on your gear and stuff. Now, is there anything you want to do to the ship? And who do you want to bring with you as a crew?
I'll make sure we have a charging station in the ship for my power suit. That's the most important thing.
We need fuel to get there and back. I don't know if they have like one of those Neblon scoopers so that we can just refuel by flying through nebulas.
So that's not how that works. You can refuel at a gas giant, and if there's no sun, there's probably no gas giant.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. But we need like an extra fuel tank to bolt to the bottom.
You do need extra fuel. So there's a couple ways you can go about doing this, but the easiest way is just to fill up your cargo bay and ditch the APC and fill up that cargo bay all with fuel. That's the easiest way to do it.
We've got guns on the ship. We have this thing that is going to build up a bunch of heat inside of our now fuel-filled cargo base.
Those are all valid points.
Um,
Alternately, you could have the ship modified to take external tanks, which is a much more expensive and complicated procedure, and will leave holes where the tanks were.
It just puts a big old target. Wait, what's that big bulge on the bottom of that ship? Oh no! Found out from your fuel supplies. I like put them on the inside.
No one objects. I'm gonna say that that's what you guys do.
Yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't.
Okay.
I agree with Kizik. It's terrible. I didn't put it on the outside. Unless you were trying to weaponize it by cutting them free and then letting gravity launch them because we'd lost power somehow.
Who's gonna go in the hole and cut a fuel tank?
There's a great scene in the old Star Wars Rogue Squadron book, not the new stuff, but the old stuff, where basically the pilot does exactly that. He jettisons his fuel tank and turns it into a makeshift incinerator device and kills 2 TIE fighters. And as you were saying that, that's all I could think of, because I'm a real geek. So, inside fuel tanks, power charger for the plates, and crew.
Yeah, we gotta train them to use the stealth stuff to the best of their abilities.
I'm not talking about the ship crew. The ship crew is covered for all that. I'm talking about Bill Bob, Jimmy Bob, Polly Bob.
Do we have guns on this thing?
Yes, you have 1 beam. No, sorry, you went with double beam. I think you went with double beam lasers for the turret. It's enough that you could defend yourself against an equal ship. Maybe even a little bit better if you with your good crew. But if you get into a real, that's why you got the stealth systems. You get into a real fight, your best thing is going to be to run most of the time if it's like a big fight. But again, you could pull some like retina detaching maneuver and, ace combat this shit.
Sammy also in that week would have liked to got a computer and started looking at some of that data. He's not scientific in any way, shape, or form, but wants to figure out what they figured out about the psionic network.
So you don't have to be that educated to read the paper. It's going to be more intelligence. So if you want to do a quick intelligence check and give me a 6+, then you can know the specifics of how it works.
Will an 11 work?
Yeah. Well, what specifically do you want to know? You know all the things.
I was just researching. I wanna make a little program because we watched Raccoon put a computer inside his vac suit. So I want a thing that gives him a little heads-up display that gives us a beacon towards the psionic resonating crystals.
Okay. Sorry, punchline that for me. Metagame, what do you want it to do?
I want him to be able to find some crystals in the place we're going to.
Okay, that's not going to be an issue, but yes, it can absolutely do that.
Or in the future if we make it back. That should point him towards big bads.
Okay. Alrighty, that all sounds good. The only answer I haven't gotten is if we're bringing any of the ground crew, which I'm guessing the answer is no if no one's real excited about doing it.
Oh, no, they're my favorite. They can carry heavy things. We've got the drop ship, right? Or the, what's it called? The mag lift? Or are we just going to land on the planet and
We
move the
should
ship
bring
there?
some kind of all-terrain vehicle, even if we do land on the planet.
So,
Can't, because they got to fill it with fuel.
yeah, the ATV was given up for fuel space if you do the internal option. Basically, big old containers of fuel with hoses that go into your internal maintenance pump. But the shuttle will be usable because, in theory, once you've jumped, you'd pump all the fuel out of those containers into the back into the ship's main fuel tank, and you could then, get rid of the containers and use the shuttle.
Okay. We can do that. The shuttle's probably a better choice anyway.
The shuttle is the air raft, or is there an actual launch inside here?
No, there's an actual launch. The Safari ship's a really good ship, despite y'all's, oh, I can't have the tank, it sucks. I gave you pretty much the best ship you could possibly get for the job.
No one said that.
Uh-huh.
I am a tank. I'm not at all upset about not having the other tank. If anything, I'm like more because I'm the Hulk again.
Does he have those handles on his back? Can we ride him as he is thrustering around?
I'm not gonna. He doesn't have handles, but you could try to grab onto him if you want to risk that. The boarding spacesuits have tethers and things like that, so you have your own ways of getting around.
I'm gonna mag boot to his back.
This won't end badly. It'll be fine.
Do I have an option for a reverse magnet? I just want to launch him.
I mean, to be fair, you could throw him off without trying. So
You're gonna lay on your belly and I'm gonna say, this is gonna be really cool, and then you go zoom and I just do a flip and land on my head.
sorry, I'm distracted. I was trying to find a spacesuit piece of art for a specific suit, but I couldn't find it. I'm also reading chat, who knows more about this game than any of us, which is always entertaining as we bumble our way through. So you guys get in your ship. You got your Billy Bobs all together.
Who all bought shields? I did buy a shield just in case we wanted to give one to the Billy Bobs.
I bought a shield, but it's for me. I'm not giving it to one of the Billy Bobs.
So you guys want to equip the Billy Bobs? You can definitely do that. You want to decide now what they've got? There's a random stack of gear you can sort through.
I'm giving Jimmy Bob the shield that I purchased.
Okay, so one of them has a shield. They're currently using bolt-action rifles. Oh no, you guys upgraded them to auto rifles. They have auto rifles and shield.
We should give one of them a minigun. One of the rednecks should have a minigun.
I think we've already established in our other tabletop series that miniguns do the same amount of damage as pistols, so they're kind of pointless.
That's the point. One of them should have a minigun. You don't there's just too many badass things you can't do with a pistol that you can do with a minigun. And if somebody's going to die while firing a minigun, that's pretty badass. But if you just have a little pistol and you die, you're just a putz.
All right, let's see. Miniguns. That's going to be under heavy weaponry. Yeah. So you got some options. Let's look at your options. Flamethrower. Flamethrower's tech level 4 to 8. That's stupidly cheap too. Equip one up with that. The machine gun, tech level 6. Yeah, you can mount them with one. It's not quite a minigun, but it's pretty close.
There's a minigun in there. Hold on, because I looked at it for one of my characters before.
I say we give one the flamethrower since we are going against the Chitin still.
Oh, and they don't like flame. That is actually a fair point. Damn it! Why do you got to be right?
I want to give one a RAM grenade launcher. It's a rocket-assisted multi-purpose grenade launcher.
How we killed ourselves.
It's auto 3. It's a grenade launcher that's auto 3.
Holy hell.
I mean, it sure is. And the rapid fire machine gun right below it is also pretty cool. But it has, so it's auto 3, magazine 6, magazine cost as grenades. So until you go to reload it is when you suddenly realize the real cost of that is in the reloads.
Maybe we just keep them with the auto rifles. They'll be fine.
Yep, you can do that if you want. I mean, a flamethrower at tech level 8 is 2,000 credits. That's a 4D flamethrower.
Okay, the flamethrower is a good idea. I already agree to that.
So what I need to do is grab this screen.
So what we should do, if we're really smart, is we give one of them 2 riot shields, and then the other 2 just follow him around, and they do like a vanguard move.
Oh my god, they're gonna be like the Hellbat from StarCraft 2 with 2 shields in front and a little turret on his helmet that shoots flamethrower.
The shield. His only job is to keep the shield on his buddies. The other 2 just slide in and out and maintain their cover.
They're not going to be fast, and you can't upgrade it to the blue flame.
You don't need to be fast when you are not taking damage.
Thank you.
You only need to be fast when it's the next shot is death.
Thank you for the StarCraft reference. I appreciate it. Right.
Totally missed it. Sorry.
Upgrading to blue flame is a thing you do with your Hellbats.
Yeah.
Although
I did figure out what he was talking about,
Yeah.
but after you mentioned it was a thing.
Hellbats are kind of useless anyway. I mean, they're fun every once in a while just to throw people off, but they're useless. Where's this flamethrower? There it is. Okay, so I'm dropping in the Discord a card in quotation marks for the flamethrower. Oh, you know what I could do? I could just grab one of these guys. Could copy it. Paste it. And then I could put that here. Ah, I know how to do things. Or maybe I don't know how to do things. How do I... Smaller tabletop? Hold on. Okay, that's bigger than I wanted it to be, but there you go. Building up stack decks for your red shirts.
All right. Okay, good. The tech level 8 flamethrower is not prone to explosion upon being shot.
Yeah, we're gonna be barbecuing rednecks. Don't worry.
I just like to point out that if you shoot a flame canister with a laser rifle, it may not matter what tech level it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, like, I don't think you understand how flamethrowers and GMs work.
Yeah, like it's what they mean to say is it's not going to randomly combust because someone shot it with a 45, which is fair because it's gel on the inside. Alrighty. So we've sorted out crew, we've sorted out ship, and we've sorted out shopping, and it's time to roll. So let me pack up some stuff.
Oh, and as I was reading through the stuff about the vac suits and the computer, the computer didn't actually do anything since the vac suit's tech level 11. So I have a first aid kit on mine as well.
That's awesome. First aid kit might come in handy.
I wasn't sure I was right.
You're breaking up, I can hear you.
I almost told him that, but I wasn't sure I was right, so I did not.
Ah.
My bad, Zach.
Yeah, no, I went first and then kept reading. I'm like, wait, this suit is already tech level 11, which means it already has a computer 1 on it.
Yep. We're good at this game. We played a whole 5 episodes.
So yes, everybody else, don't forget your computer +1.
We're getting dangerously close to one of the parts that was for a ghost, and he hasn't made it in yet. That'll be fun. All right.
Oh, I want an FGMP.
I know.
Holy crap.
I know you do.
It fires what amounts to a directed nuclear explosion. I'm in.
Don't you want to know how it works? No, you just told me how it works. How much? Take my money.
Can you put it on a stick? Can I swing it at something?
So you should definitely look up nuclear pulse mines if you ever want to look at fun space combat stuff. Basically, it sets off a nuke to power a laser, and then it pumps that laser in one burst into a ship, and it's called a mine in quotation marks. And obviously nuclear mines exist too. Okay, so what I might need to do, if I can do it without kicking everyone out, is load the right thing. It's not going to be something I aim. Hopefully it's still in the bottoms. This will do. I'm probably about to break the table. Sure did. Smaller.
Something well below the table.
Yes, because it was so huge, I didn't want to load the table up. You learn things as you play with tabletop. Trying to figure out how to get this over here without, just everything. It's talent. Slow. You guys spend a week in jump space. I'm assuming that most of you spend that time going over your gear a half dozen times, eating rations, bullshitting with the crew. Maybe some of you guys use that week for study time, which is fine too. But this is your last chance to do something before showing up at the site.
That last week gave me 8 weeks in training in telekinesis.
Go ahead and roll your check.
Would that be an education check or a psi check?
What does the book say? I believe for skill points, it's an EDU check.
All right. You got to get an 8 to learn it?
Yep.
I got an 8 on the nose.
That does it. You are now at telekinesis. Now, did you take your negative DM modifier for it being your third ability?
It is my second ability.
It's your second. Oh, so your ability to sense thoughts is the same as your ability to sense life.
That's a sub-tree of telepathy.
Gotcha. Okay, yes, second ability. I get you. I did read some stuff. Okay, so you can now throw things with your mind.
Yes. I'm looking at it. It also says I can fly. That's a difficult check that I'm probably never going to pass.
You say that, you're about to be in deep space. With no jetpack.
I'm excited.
So, physics character spends a lot of time staring at a wall. You guys are starting to worry about him.
I don't think we worry anymore. He does that all the time.
Yeah, I'm off pestering the pilots, trying to learn as much as I can about flying.
As you look a little closer to him, you see a little bit of drool coming from the corner of his mouth.
I mean, if you're talking about the dog pilot, yeah, there's lots of drool all the time. That actually is the most uncomfortable part about learning to fly on this ship is he slobbers all over the controls.
His nickname is Snots.
Every time you call him just Wolf or Dog or something, he's like, I'm Commander Wolf.
With
I
no
like
ridges.
to refer to him as Cujo.
Oh god. Okay.
Commander Cujo.
The way you really control him is with a ball.
I said we weren't going to make this one stupid.
No, not a ball. We use a laser pointer.
Lied though.
Well, that's for cats.
It works on dogs too,
Oh, okay.
incredibly well.
So you guys drop out of jump space at the edge of this system. The pilot and captain immediately initiate the stealth systems. You guys do a passive sweep of the system. There are a couple of objects at the edge of the system that might be other starships, but for the most part, it's just this rock hanging in space in the middle of nowhere.
And do we see that it's got a settlement built into it, or some kind of a structure?
It's not a settlement. There, you can detect a structure within it. If you want to do some scans, you can do some scans. Just tell me what you wanna do.
So currently, we've done passive scanning, which means if we haven't triggered anything, if something wants to be triggered, correct?
That is correct. Currently, but it also limits the amount you can get. Like, you can look at the outside, and you can see from the outside that there are some spots, kind of like this model, but not as well built up. Obviously, I borrowed this model from the Star Wars kit. There is a place that looks like it's a landing area, and there's a cave system, and there's a couple little spots where it looks like, there's something buried in this huge asteroid.
Look traveled at all?
Does it look traveled? Does it look like there's things that are...
Yeah, like you can tell when something's abandoned.
Yeah, I mean, it looks old and abandoned. And
Okay.
and there may have been something that's landed here recently, but there's no, regular travel.
Okay. So something has been here recently.
I would say that you'd see signs that something may have been on one of the pads at some point, but there's nothing there now. Like, there'll be some dirt that's been on the pad and it's been, shifted by something landing on it.
Right. And we don't recognize the architecture.
No, you absolutely don't. As a matter of fact, you don't even really recognize the materials. Like, okay, it's metal, but you guys would have a debate over what kind. You'd have to.
We do know one thing. It's not transparent aluminum.
You don't know that.
Well, it's not transparent.
Parts of it are. I don't know.
Yeah, you can just see the rock underneath of it.
I don't know. If we scan it and we trigger something, we could be difficult. What do you guys think?
I could try to reach out and see if there's any life on the asteroid. But that also then, if they're listening for somebody to do that, triggers a scan too.
I feel like that one is less likely.
We could just cruise around the outside of it a little bit and see if we see anything that's observable.
Or just go down to it.
Kick on stealth mode. Let's see how close we can get to it.
Yeah.
So you're already in stealth mode, but you could get closer.
Try and peek in a window or something.
You want me to reach out, Captain?
Yeah. Give it a look see.
I'm gonna do a little life detection. I got a 10. That is super fast.
Because you got a 10, I'll let you tell me how you would react. So you start to reach out to the asteroid, and you feel entities. And at the second that you feel entities, what do you do?
Shut it back down. Actually, no, I got the thing. I'm gonna stick it in myself.
Okay. So you're reaching out and you're doing your thing where you're and then suddenly you jab yourself in the neck with a drug vial. I just want to know how your compatriots react to that sudden thing.
You okay?
I'm blinking a lot. My eyes are fluttering a little bit in my head. God, this is not a good drug. Uh, there was something down there. I turned off my psionic abilities for the next couple of hours because there's something down there.
That's why you were scanning to see if there was something down there. What'd you find out?
There is something down there. There's life down there.
You don't know if it's psionic or not?
I'm pretty sure it is, but I can't reach out anymore.
All right. Well, let's head down there then. Deal with the problem.
We also have like radios if you want to. We know somebody's down there.
Yeah, but you don't know if they're human or non-human or.
And do they know we're here?
I hope not.
Radio might give that away, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Radio would give that away, as would sensors.
Okay.
Let's see how close we can get before we see any activity.
Let's just take the drop ship and infiltrate.
You leave the other captain in charge of the big ship.
Yeah.
Start filling up the other reserves. Start getting our quick exit out. Everybody line up. Big ship or drop ship time.
Okay.
Woot woot.
So you guys pile into the launch. You bring your Billy Bobs with you. The shuttle, it's not this exact model, but we're going to use this one because this is the one I have, touches down on a set of landing pads that are they're very old, and they lead into what is basically a cave system. And you can see that there used to be a structure here, but a good chunk of it is collapsed. But there's still enough bits and pieces that you can kind of see where the path was. And I'm going to put all the players on the board. I'm also bringing John Shear along for the ride because, presumably Ghost is going to show up at some point. And I want his character to be here, but you guys won't get to use him until he shows up.
Can I just tuck him behind my boarding shield?
You sure can. He gets up in the fetal position and you pat him on the head.
Yeah. I've got a little seat there just for him. It's like his size.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the scene that you guys walk into right as soon as you enter the... I'm going to call it a doorway, but in reality it's more of an archway. You're still open to space here.
All right. Well, that's good. I got a sealed suit, so I'm good.
Oh, one of the things you would immediately realize that you don't have to roll for is there's gravity and there shouldn't be.
Makes sense. What is this over here?
So it is kind of what you see. It looks like there's a small mechanical drone of some kind. It's tucked and it looks like it's in some kind of deactivated state. It's mechanical in nature.
Huh. What sensors do we have on this thing? We have some kind of IR sensor. We have... Hold on, I'm checking, sorry.
Well, other people have sensors too, so I would encourage everyone to kind of look through your toolkits and think about what you would do here. Not just with this drone, but this is going to require some puzzles. They're not hard though. Don't overthink it.
I got a Geiger counter, IR goggles, and a radio transceiver.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
weird with the Geiger counter.
Yeah, check the Geiger counter and check for any radio transmissions.
Okay, so it's not radioactive, and it's not currently transmitting or receiving. Doesn't mean it doesn't have a receiver. It just means it isn't currently active.
Is this green crystal over here the same kind of thing?
So you bend down and you touch that and you look at it, and it's not exactly the same, but as your eyes are drawn upward to the sky, you realize that there's a faint green glow in the cavern. And the hanging from stalactites in the roof are hundreds of those Psi crystals. And I'm talking like almost small car size.
That's a bunch of them.
I found the crystals. What were we supposed to do with those? Bring them back? Blow up the whole planet?
I don't think we specified. This is just reconnaissance, technically.
His exact words were investigate.
Yeah.
Yeah, reconnaissance is just a better word for investigate.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm recording everything, so let's keep moving forward. You said there were people. You sent people here. Are you touching the crystal? I say as you walk over to it and start poking it.
Yeah, I'm looking down, poking at the red crystal, and seeing if it's any different than the green crystal.
It is different. Red.
Yeah. One good, one good.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
All right.
So, I mean, these crystals do look odd, like they stand out. They seem to be growing in unusually uniform shapes, but they're too small to really make out what that shape might one day be.
Yeah, you want to pick up this droid-looking dog thing?
I don't know that we should touch anything just yet. I say, looking at the two people that seem to be gravitating towards touching everything.
Yeah, I mean, we're here to look for crystals. We found a crystal. And then, oh my goodness,
Touch
there's a bunch of
everything.
them up there.
Doesn't mean we just discussed all the one. Oh my god.
Yep. Do you have like a drone helicopter we could roll down there, and then we don't have to touch it? We can let the drone helicopter touch it.
I was just gonna walk down there and look.
You touching the ground as you're walking. Wait, you're leaving your buddy. He's in your seat.
No, he's in my shield.
Sterling, what's your take on this whole thing?
I say we just hang out and leave stuff the way it is, just kind of look at everything. So I like to continue down the tunnel there.
It's a sensible option. Thank you. Thank you for being the other professional here.
I have a $1 million question for Deacon and Sammy. Did either of you touch the drone?
No.
No, I wouldn't touch it.
Are you guys sure? Are you guys sure?
Thank you, whoever grabbed the Billy Bobs. I forgot about them.
They touched it.
They come trundling in, and they look like they're going to touch it, but they're also scared of the general. So when he says something, he's like, we were just looking, boss.
First man that touches it loses a hand.
You think it bites?
No, I do. I will literally bite your hand off.
Damn, has he gotten meaner? Which one got the flamethrower? Has shield on one of them.
What do we have? We have what's the name? Bill, Polly, and Jimmy.
Yeah.
So Bill's got the shields. Jimmy and Polly have the flamethrowers.
Okay, someone's gonna have to change that thing because it's. As you walk down here, you find a huge arch. The arch it looks like it's ancient stone. As y'all get closer to it, there's like a faint glow from the inside of the archway and a hum.
Like a magnetic field kind of hum?
It is exactly like that kind of hum.
So that's where the atmosphere is going to be. All right. I'm gonna walk in.
Oh, Deacon's got that infrared chameleon suit. Maybe he's gonna walk in first. See if he can sneak in.
How come it's? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, the clipping on these boulders is real bad, and I didn't realize it until after I built the map. And I'm sorry. That's why some of the computer consoles are so far away from the wall.
Yeah, do you want me to go in and be stealthy? Or
If you want to, just don't touch anything.
sure.
Okay, hold on. So you can, as you come up to the archway, it doesn't react or anything to you. But when you try to pass through it, like if you hold out your hand out and touch it, it feels like you're pushing through gelatin. Do you go through it?
No, I stop and say, hey, there's effectively some amount of gel wall right here, so this is probably the barrier.
I mean, if you put your hand away from it, it completely disappears and becomes transparent.
Just grab a rock and chuck it through there, see what happens.
Sterling, do that?
Yep.
Okay, so Deacon's all like, I don't know, guys, and then a rock sails right past his head and goes plunk, like it landed in water, and it slows down significantly and then flops to the ground on the other side. And
Nice.
it's got a little bit of like light toasting on the outside. It's not burnt, but it's like a little bit of steam coming off of the edges of it.
What happens if I touch it with the armor?
It's same thing. You feel a resistance to you pushing through it. If you push your hand through it, we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'll put my hand into it a little bit and see if does it warm up.
Yes, it does. So you push your gauntlet in, and instantly it's not scalding or burning. It's not painful hot, but it is like lukewarm. And when you pull your hand out, the paint on your gauntlet has been diminished a little bit, almost as though it's been through like a sanitizing ray.
Okay, like a polisher.
Kind of, except for it's burning away something.
All right, I'll go through.
Okay. So you walk through, you get that sensation over your whole body. With your power armor, you don't notice at all. It's just sensor inputs. But you do think that the other suits might warm up a little when they go through.
Yeah, I tell them. I'm like, it's a little warm, but I don't think anything major has happened.
Sounds good. I'm going to go for it.
Might as well push through.
Y'all push through. You have the exact same sensation. It's a little toasty. As the Billy Bobs walk up, they're like, hey, "Boss, that rock! It's like it's smoking a little bit, and it's got like crispy bits on it." I mean,
if you would rather deal with me later, that's fine. Otherwise, get your asses in here.
The Billy Bobs, they have suits at all, or are they just...
they're in regular emergency vac suits. They're in the red shirt version of your suit. It provides like 2 armor. They end up coming through. It smarts like hell when they come through.
You guys should probably invest in better armor.
Yeah, we got to talk to our boss about that.
Oh, wait, you expect us to pay for all of your shit?
I mean,
We literally pay you a salary, and we feed you, and you get room and board.
Yep.
And we allow you to live.
It's not slavery. We don't allow them to live. We just don't kill them.
Same difference.
Anyway, Deacon, you want to check out those computers?
Sure. I'll look at some computers.
And you can touch that
Giving you
computer?
Giving him permission to touch the computer.
Well, I
No one
mean,
else has that permission.
Yeah, he's definitely a micromanager.
I'm only looking at the Billy Bobs when I say no one else has that permission.
welcome, Ghost.
Howdy.
I'm going to take a quick bio break if we want to pause here and let the guys fill you in on what's going on.
You're in a fetal position, tucked into my new shield. I have a nice little bench for you there, and I got power armor.
I'm just riding on you.
In the shield, I have a little bench in the shield, so.
Okay, well, why are we here? Where are we going? What are we doing?
Look up at the roof, buddy.
Yeah, we're investigating.
Those are all Psi Embers.
Psi
The
Embers.
Prime Paladin found this place on his sensors and told us to check it out and see what we found. So now we're finding it.
Holy shit.
Kizik sensed some living things here, but we haven't found them yet. And I told everyone not to touch anything because we had several touchings going on, and it was like, no. I had to get a little rough with the Billy Bobs.
Yep. And I took a psi drug that diminished my psi ability. And everybody else knows that I'm psionic now because I told the Paran Paladin.
Oh, well, I was keeping your secret.
Yeah, I know. It was real cool of you. Also, I found a button over here. I'm going to push it. I mean, I'm not
we
going
were just
to.
talking about not touching, right?
Y'all,
I did specifically-
y'all filled him in that quick, and we've already gotten to the don't touch the buttons.
Well, does the button actually say "don't touch"? I mean, because I can understand the tendency and the desire to push it anyway.
I did specifically tell the Billy Bobs not to touch things. I had not ordered anyone else. Though I feel I should, I did not.
Yeah, I haven't pushed it, but I see it. I'm looking at it. So I think this opens the door.
So are we in a building? Somebody describe where we're at.
We're inside a giant asteroid.
If you zoom all the way out, there's a big giant asteroid that's tucked in the corner of the map up high. You're on that thing in deep space.
Very deep. We had to buy extra fuel to make it here and back.
And we walk through a piece of fire gel to get into this building. I assume it still has a big cave ceiling?
Yes, it's still, well, yes and no. It does have a big cave ceiling, but you can see where this wall is definitely artificial and reaches up to the top. There's also crumbly bits. Hey, who's got the atmospheric sensor in their suit?
I do.
Don't take your helmet off in here.
Okay, good.
You may want to share that information with the people who don't.
Oh,
Yeah, Maul said there's atmosphere in here.
Yeah, don't wait a second. Don't
That-
take your helmets off, guys.
There is atmosphere in here. What there isn't is oxygen.
See, no oxygen, guys. So keep your helmets on.
Look over the Billy Bobs are just already choking on the floor.
Yeah, like one of them's got a new nickname, and the other two are laughing. And they're like, "We're gonna call you Blueberry."
Will somebody help out the idiot and put this helmet back on?
What kind of air is in here? I say, looking down at my hand flamer.
It's a mix of nitrogen and methane.
I'd like to carefully walk over to the Billy Bobs, turn the two with flamethrowers around, and just shut their valves off. And then I'm going to tell them to go, without touching anything, go wait in the ship.
Oh, we're gonna kick them out altogether. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I know how this goes, so I just go wait in the ship.
Now, has the atmosphere changed inside this room versus it was before we came through the Gumby gate there?
Yeah, because there was no atmosphere before you came through the Gumby gate.
Oh, we just let them stand outside the Gumby gate.
We could do that if you think that's okay. I'm fine with that.
I don't know if they can hurt anybody out there. I don't know if the...
I'm not sure that's true.
Okay, if you feel comfortable, let's kick them out.
I'm just going to send them out to the ship and tell them to sit on their hands.
Literally.
They
Yeah.
can watch the ship.
The guy with the shield is staying.
No, I said all of them.
Oh, okay.
I know they're going to get us killed.
Yeah, it's
At
like
least this
watching
way
the
they only get
Stooges
themselves
over here.
killed.
I mean, having some red shirts might come in handy, but then again, you never know.
Themselves killed all on their own.
You will feel good about your decision as you tell them to leave, and they're like, "Look, boss, it doesn't matter that there isn't any oxygen. These flamethrowers come with an oxidizer, and it'll still work." And he's clicking the button you've turned off, like as if he's going to demonstrate, and you're like, yeah, go back to the ship.
Yeah, that's why.
So, all right. Beacon, Kizik, you figured it out yet?
I tried to log into this computer and
Oh
try
man,
to see.
with your token up against it, I'm not sure I can trigger the thing. Oh, here we go. If I right click on it, it does that. Yeah. So if you hold your hand over it a little bit, it tells you what it does. There may be a few things like that in this room.
A triangle, a square, and a circle.
Oh, I got PC.
And is that on the other one as well? Just
Apparently that's what it does.
Yeah, I was about to say I've got 3 DC markers so far. I'm still streaming.
I think it crashed.
I can hear you.
Yeah, well, I can hear everybody just fine, and my stream's still live. I think it's tabletop.
Yeah, it looks like it.
All right, hold on. Let me save the map.
We love this game.
I can't save the map because it fully died.
What happens?
Fully died.
Matt, tell Jenny to stop growling at you.
No.
Gonna put up my be right back screen for the stream. I'll leave the voice on so they can hear us. Okay. I crashed clean out to desktop.
Oof. We love tabletop.
You won't tell Jenny that? That's why not, Matt. Just deliver a little message for me.
Nope.
Am I on speaker?
No.
Why not?
It's so loud at my house, man. Sorry I'm late. I had an electrician over. I'm trying to figure out why my service keeps getting disconnected.
Your electric service gets disconnected?
Yeah, in the panel, the service disconnect, the main breaker to
Yeah.
the panel, keeps tripping.
Yeah.
Short out the yard.
What'd you say?
That means you have a short coming into the house.
Oh, no, it's nothing like that.
What'd they say it was? Bad breaker?
No, I have a house that was built in the 80s. So they were like, yeah, 200 amp breaker panel. It's totally all you need forever. I'm at like 180 with all of my stuff before I turn the dryer on. And then the dryer's on and the oven's on at dinner time and poof, it goes
Yep. So you got to put another panel in.
Yeah, if I want to spend $3,000. The cheap option is don't run the dryer at the same time as the oven.
Yeah, but that's also a fire hazard.
No, if I never, I'm hitting 200, so the service disconnect's going off. Nothing, it's doing as designed. But we tightened everything up. It's not like
$8,000 to add another panel.
that's what I was like soft quoted.
That's
I don't know. I could buy the panel myself for like $400 and then get a bunch of buddies to come over with a thing of beer, and we just cut it off.
You know, that might be a thing you want to get professionally done.
Nah, I'll just have
Plus hot electricity.
I may have talked.
we'll get it turned off. Like we'll have the electric company come turn it off for 2 hours.
Mhm.
you don't need
Pull the meter.
You don't have to do. All you do is run another panel off anyway.
Well, if you're going to use friends, I suggest you drink the beer first before you start the job.
Right?
I may have been talking to a mutual friend of ours about your specific problem, and yeah, he knows he knows somebody, but he doesn't want to do it himself.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do it, and the guy he knows wants to charge me out the nose. So I had my cousin come look at it, and I don't know. We can do what we can do, or I can talk to Maul later and see what he wants to do. If he's got a suggestion that I haven't heard yet.
I got a guy I'll talk to. I know how to add a panel to an existing panel, but you're saying that the main coming in isn't strong enough.
I'm
Right.
saying that the 200 amp service disconnect in the bottom of the panel keeps tripping because I've got 200 amps. So I got a lot of power going through this house.
It looks like the server's back up. I'm not sure what it was.
Cool.
I hope it isn't a problem with one of these models.
Oh man, the Bill Bobs are back.
Yeah, well, luckily it auto saved because I did not get a chance to save before the server crashed.
I love the 3 auto saves that it gives you, though.
Yep, that's the best improvement they've ever made. No, One World's not an improvement the game made. So yeah, the autosave's the best improvement it's ever made. Now, if One World were native tabletop, that would be the best improvement.
Yeah, I agree.
Although they need to support it. All right, so let's get back to this little puzzle you guys are in. There are different things in this room. There are 3 doors, and there's a atmosphere in here you can't breathe.
Well, I'm glad I'm in my suit.
My door's got a blue triangle.
Okay. I want to check this thing.
Oh, we're told not to touch those. Those are scary.
I didn't touch it. I just want to look at it.
So blue triangle.
It's making that growling noise that we keep hearing.
Green circle and red square.
And so I'm going to push mine first.
This panel over here has 3 cubes. Cubes are green, red, and blue.
So Sammy pushes his panel and it goes me.
Don't push the blue one first.
All right, so this one is triangle, square, circle.
You said it's displaying 3 cubes. Are the cubes also buttons?
Yeah.
My button's got a blue triangle.
So when you go up to these computer panels, when it says it displays or shows things, it's a holographic. Like you walk up to it, it senses your presence and holographically displays the things floating in air in front of you. And that is that is not normal technology.
I'm going to tell John to push the red square, and we'll see what happens when he does it.
John's terminal is dark.
Yeah, I can't push nothing.
No, the red square right here.
Oh, okay. I'll come over there and hit the...
You
What's on the phone?
press that panel and it says beep beep.
There's one over here that is a green circle.
We're pressing the panel or the button on the wall?
The button on the wall.
So you
And
guys,
that was the thing that just beeped.
if someone came over here and pressed the green circle one, that would also go beep beep. Listen is pressed.
All right, let's try to push them all at the same time.
Deacon, your character has been standing here, so if you're hitting stuff there, that's different.
Oh no, I'm not hitting anything there. I'm suggesting that the 3 that we get 1 person at each button, we push them all at the same time.
Okay.
Can we touch the holograms?
Reach out. Oh, I am not live. I've messed up. Sorry.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Might be right back. Screen was up. Sorry. So Maul reaches out, I'm assuming to exploratory, try to touch one of the things that's in front of him.
The red square.
So you want to hit the red cube?
Uh-huh.
So you press the red cube, and the other 2 cubes go away, and the red square becomes like 20% larger and just hangs there in front of you.
I tell John to push the red cube again.
I do.
Beep, beep.
Can I?
Hold on, this one probably needs to be activated too, right?
Yep. Yeah, I
A square.
So you've got the red one there. I'll reach out. I'll touch the square.
All right, now I hit the button.
Okay, so you press the square, he presses the red cube, you hit the button, and it makes I can't make a sound effect with my voice that sounds correct, but it doesn't make the beep, but it makes like a incomplete circuit sound, like it's shorted, trying to do something.
Oh. What's this one? A green circle. All right, hit the green, Maul, and then Deacon hit the circle.
All right, I'll hit the circle.
So as long as you guys are standing in front of these terminals, they don't show the other options. after it's been selected.
Swipe them away.
You try swiping at it, and it doesn't seem to understand that. Out of frustration, so I would say you step away, and the screen goes dark. And you step back, and all the options are back available to you, and the terminal's reset.
Grab the green cube.
Okay. So you press the green one, it comes up.
All right, I backed up, and
You're grabbing the triangle.
you need circle over there.
No, triangle.
This one is.
Oh, you're right.
circle.
It's circle. My bad.
I will touch the circle.
And then I hit the button.
And it does the exact same thing. It almost sounds like there's a missing component.
This dark one over here. What's over here, man?
So
See if you can get that one to boot up.
all right, Sammy,
You gotta boot it up.
you're looking at this. You're looking at this terminal. So what you see is it looks like it's off. There's an access panel underneath what that you now know is the holographic projector. And there's no real interfaces other than that access panel, but like when you walk up to the other ones, they're all lit up, and this one isn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna open up that access panel.
Okay. There's a bunch of circuitry and stuff that you don't have any way of understanding except through an intelligence check. You can't EDU this one because no one's trained you to use alien technology. But you can give me an intelligence check to try to figure out what gusset isn't working.
Deacon might want to help him.
Yeah, I was trying to help him.
I just rolled 11 plus 1, 12.
Okay, so its battery is dead, and basically there's like a battery backup and a main, and the main has been cut by a fallen rock. But you're pretty sure if you replace like the battery from your flashlight and this thing, it'll power it up for a little bit.
I reach into my flashlight, I pull out the battery, and look at it. I'm trying to find, is this a positive, is this a negative? And then I kind of hover it over it, and then I make a shot and I try to put it back in.
Okay, give me a mechanics plus intelligence check. You can get Deacon to help you.
Yeah, Deacon, you want to help out?
Sure. Mechanics plus intelligence. I can find.
I just rolled a 8.
It's an 8, intelligence 9, and mechanics 10.
Okay, you guys get the thing working again. And now it comes to life and does things.
Newfangled computers.
I mean, it just needed a battery. You guys know power is a universal thing, right?
I guess.
What options does it have?
I can't read it. Hands are over it.
Yeah. Pair of symbols. One is a pattern. The other's the same pattern but split in half.
Do these button panels have symbols on them?
They do not. Well, I mean, they have the green circle and the blue triangle and such, but that's it.
Select one of them.
Yeah, it was left, right, center, maybe. I'm going to pick the center one. Full pattern.
I bet one is on and off.
There are two options, so you can't pick the center one.
Yeah,
So just select
full
one.
pattern.
Okay,
Yeah, just
full
select
pattern.
Now
full
push-
pattern. Okay, so full
push-
pattern.
Push the green circle now.
Alright, we're going in green circle? Alright,
Yep,
so
that's
I'll
where we're already set up for green circle.
Okay,
Yeah.
John,
hit the circle then.
you hit the button.
John goes over and hits the button.
The iris swings open, and there's a room completely filled by rubble on the other side.
So we can't go in.
Yeah, there's nothing in there, man.
All right,
Let's try a different door.
come back
What's
away.
this one?
Alright, I'll back up.
Red square.
Yep, we already know how to set that one up, so we set it up.
Okay.
And then tell you to push the button.
Full pattern.
John
Square.
hits the button, and it has a long hallway that leads off, and it has got lights, and it's dilapidated. This place is ancient. So ancient that there is dust on the floor of this area, and in that dust there are tracks.
How long is the hallway?
100 yards or more. It goes on as far as you can see.
Okay. Can I pull my scope rifle out and look down the scope?
You sure can. There's a door on the other side.
Did door number 1 close?
Yes.
Did we check the other one before we?
Yeah, I think so. I'll go over and tell you this is blue triangle.
We set up for blue triangle.
The door swings open. And as the door swings open, there's a thrumming. It's obviously meant to be an alarm, but it's ancient. And you hear a whirring noise start coming from the little drone to your left.
What's that?
And it starts to get up.
I'm gonna shoot that thing.
Okay, do we all want to do initiatives real quick?
Sure. Yeah, that's gonna be a no from me, dogs.
What's the initiative again?
Dexterity or strength?
Or
just a raw check.
it can be
fleet of mind,
yes,
intelligence.
Yes, it's fast of mind or fast of body.
I rolled a 13.
So far, Kizik's going first.
I got a.
The baddie's got an 8.
I got a 13. Technically, I'm in my power armor, so I would have got a 16.
Doubt it's gonna matter, but yeah, you can have a 16.
I got a 6.
I don't think you're gonna get to go.
Yeah, I got like a 5.
I don't think you're gonna get to go either.
I don't get a surprise shot because I already have my sniper rifle out.
I mean, if anything, he surprised you, I think. You're sitting here like, the loot's gonna be in here. Wait, what's that noise?
Yeah, that's true.
You were looking down the other hall.
Well, I came over here to turn the door on. Or open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you immediately went scope down that hallway.
I would, yeah.
Okay, so Craven and Kizik get to go before the baddie even gets to move. All it's done is turn on and unfold.
I have a question. So can I dip over to it and then just be prepared? So if it goes to attack, I get to hit it, but if it doesn't attack, I don't hit it.
Yeah, you can use your minor action to move and then you can hold action until it goes if you want.
Yeah.
Just move yourself over there wherever you want to be on it. And that's your movement. Yeah, those freaking rocks clip so bad. So let's move him out a little bit. That'll make it easier.
Yeah. Because I was going to try to jump behind him.
All right. Kizik, Sammy?
My hand splits in half again, and my laser pistol comes out, and lasers are coming at that guy fast and hard.
Oh, so you're just shooting it. Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack. You need a 6 to hit.
I watch Maul sprint by, pull his hammer up, and I go, "Ah! What is that?" And I got an 8.
You blast it into a million pieces.
Damn.
I did 14 damage. Nope, 18 damage.
Okay, who's going to inspect the rubble now?
I look at Sammy and I'm like, we don't actually know that it was attacking us. But if it's linked to the other ones, they will attack us now.
It was
Could have
moving.
been like a friendly thing.
You told us not to touch it, and it was going to try to touch me. I stopped it. I feel good about it.
Definitely
Good
not
decision.
moving in your direction.
Can't you hear that old timey alarm? What else is he gonna do other than try to defend the area?
We don't know anything about this place.
So
It sounded like an alarm to me.
John looks through this open portal, and in this room, there's a half dozen charging alcoves that look like they would fit that thing perfectly. And at the other end of the room, there's a small cabinet. And that's the entire room.
Half a dozen empty charger thingies.
They are empty at the moment, yes. However, unlike the other room, they look regularly used. Like this room is clean, there's no dust in here. And there's little holes in the wall that are just big enough for those things to get in and out.
The feetsies on this thing, do they look like they could have made the tracks in the dust in the other hallway?
They could have, yes.
Okay. Sure.
Clearly, this
I
is
don't
where
know.
they come every night to charge up. Or
Yeah,
however they have to charge.
There's a cabinet in there if we want to check that out.
We should check the cabinet. We should be aware. Like I said, if these things are linked, and as we have discovered, there is a sci-fi network. If these things are linked, then they will know that they were attacked and where we are.
Did you say the Sci-Fi Network?
Yeah,
Yeah,
PSI.
you missed that. But yes, he's very proud.
Very proud.
Okay.
Sci-fi network.
I'm gonna
It's
go
like
through the door then.
It's like 5G. I go with you.
Okay. You guys go into the... I don't have a actual map for the little room because I was in a hurry. But it's a very small room. The 6 charging alcove, 1 cabinet. It's rather tight. It's a janitor's closet.
Oh, we can all fit in here.
Who's opening the cabinet?
What's in the box?
Open the cabinet.
Okay, so there's a whole bunch of, well, it was cleaning equipment 100 years ago in there. Almost all of it is dilapidated, and but there's also a small security locker. If there was a being that could wear the armor that's in there, it's not like a being you've ever seen before. It is thin and tall, like extremely. And it's spindly. It also looks like it has 4 arms.
Big gray head.
It's not a being in it. It's just this is armor that's unlike a being you've seen before.
And we'll put that in my
Like
backpack.
Slender Man proportions?
More like
Yeah, I mean proportions, yes. But it's not that shape.
It's just
Okay.
an anorexic Ben 10.
With forearms.
Okay.
Yes, anorexic forearm.
As you grab the armor, there's a single weapon that's on the rack beside. Actually, there's a couple weapons, but most of them look either like they're melee or dilapidated. But there's this thing that instantly catches your eye. Just dropped it in Discord. It is the TL14 version.
Plasma
Oh
jet.
shit!
Yes.
I let John know that there's no oxygen in here. There is, however, a shit ton of methane.
Yeah.
So I hand it to you, and I say, I wouldn't shoot it. But I trust you.
Okay. Thank you. I'll take care of it.
All
Don't
right,
you worry.
so it comes with a backpack. The backpack is once again fitted for a slender person. So while it is a microfusion generator that is super heavy and bulky, because it's built for a slender person, on your back it's like super thin. It's like carrying a poster pole, like a thick one, that has like backpack straps, because it's meant for a thinner being than you are. So it's a little awkward, is what I'm getting at.
What melee weapons were there?
There were several cutlasses. There were no hammers, but there were several cutlasses. There's a very interesting sword. And then there are 2 what look like hilts of swords.
Hey, I'll toss them all in the backpack.
Okay.
You never know. It's advanced alien technology, or it's just a random, well-crafted sword.
Can I see? You said there's hilts of swords.
Yep.
Can I see one of those?
Oh yeah, I'll show it to you.
Looks like the hilt.
Is it like made out of wood?
It is not made out of wood. It's made out of metal.
Does it have a button on it?
Right.
It does appear to have electronics of some sort. You don't see a button per se.
Oh man. I wonder
I
what
got-
the fuck this is.
I pointed at John's face. I'm like, "Do you see a blade in here?" Well, I poke it.
Luckily, nothing happens. Pretty sure I'm pretty sure an AP of 30 would go through his helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so how many of those do we have? You said 2?
There are 2 of them in there. They don't look like they. So you've played with them enough to know that if they are some super advanced technology, they are not charged.
Do they match the charger on the floor?
They do not.
Damn.
They just
Okay,
need
well,
batteries.
these are interesting.
Just hand it to Kizik. He's already figured out how to work the power here.
Yep.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got a flashlight battery. It'll work.
Kizik, you think that flashlight battery will fit in this hilt?
Oh, but we're gonna lose our other station. Let's see if I can find a. Do we want to open this up right now, or are we gonna go down the scary hallway?
Yeah, let's go down the hallway.
You guys want me to take the lead?
I'll go ahead and open the door again. Oh, you guys have to turn the
We do all that.
the terminals.
Yeah, I'll let the guy with the power armor and the shield go first.
So since you guys activated the drones, after he looked down this hallway, as Maul is trunching down ahead of the group in the hallway, he sees a much larger version of the drone, accompanied by a smaller version trotting behind it. And it is walking
Down the long hallway.
Yeah, it's walking with purpose down the hallway towards Maul.
You gonna talk to this one, Maul?
I am gonna, ready my action to deal with what must be dealt with.
I'm gonna pull my sniper rifle back out.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'm pulling my combat rifle out.
Does it look like it's armed?
No. It looks like it was probably dangerous because it's got a couple of sharp implements, but the sharp implements are blatantly tools. It looks like the kind of thing that in this atmosphere you don't want to get into a fight with because its main method of attacking you will probably be to cut your suit open.
All right, yeah, I'd like to call out to it, see if it'll respond.
So it stops. And well, what do you say? Let's see how far it gets.
Say hello.
That's all you.
What is your function?
Okay. It doesn't respond in a language you understand, but it does respond in a language. It also seems to be trying several visual indicators. Like it's got a holographic projector on top, and it's flashing a bunch of symbols in front of you, trying to see what you react to.
All right. I shake my head.
Okay. You keep
All right,
talking.
who forgot C3PO?
Yeah. Does anybody know
Can I run
what
any
that
of the
language
symbols?
is?
Can I run any of the symbols through that it's flashing through my computer and see if anything comes up?
You absolutely can. As a matter of fact, everyone can take turns trying to do things to communicate with it because it's not going to make any aggressive actions if you're not attacking it.
What type of colors and what types of symbols?
So the symbols are not anything you really blatantly understand. So a couple of them look pseudo familiar, like ancient symbols, but unfortunately, none of you have a background. Actually, that might be true. Deacon is Deacon the character that was working with Professor Vaughn?
Yeah, he blew him up with a bomb.
Deacon would recognize many of these symbols as being on the ancient wrecks underneath the ocean of that planet.
All right, Deacon.
Can't read them, but he knows that's where they're from.
I'm gonna walk up to the Maul and power armor, and I'm gonna tap out greeting in Morse code and see if it knows Morse.
Okay. It
Do binary.
It doesn't respond to that, but it does start switching from showing symbols to showing like hieroglyphic style stuff. Like it's showing animations of the drones cleaning the facility. And then it shows a outright video of Kizik blasting one into smithereens. And then it shows a couple of animations that are like people getting along, and then a couple of animations that are blatantly of the droids attacking the stick figures. And it's rolling through different scenarios to see how you react.
So if there was a way to say sorry, I would. If I have to sacrifice Kizik here, I absolutely will. But I
Okay.
don't see him. It looks like he did the smart thing and disappeared.
He's like, F
I'm
that.
still at the end of the tunnel.
He's at the end of the tunnel. Also, Kizik, you have a headache. Also, your senses are back.
Okay, it's been a couple of hours.
It's been an hour. You seem to have a higher metabolism than the drugs were meant for.
Oh, okay.
Stress and adrenaline and all that.
Yeah, I got scared by a thing. I got shot at. They told me not to touch a thing, and then it tried to kill me, and I shot it, and it was okay. But now they're screaming, and they're looking at a bigger one that looks even scarier. Got it. I'm going to telepathy with it.
Okay. It is in fact a machine. It is not capable of telepathy. But as you reach out with your mind, this whole facility is telepathic. Every one of the shards in the sky feels like it's a presence. And it's as desolate as this place looks to you right now. It is 100% populated. Like it's like a bustling metropolis psionically. It's also why you have of different minds. It's also why you have a headache.
Yep. I think we found the call center, guys. There's a lot of psionic activity going through here.
The droid decides you're not a threat and starts to back up. And the cleaning droid and the other thing move out of the way.
All right. I'm gonna walk down the hallway.
Okay. We'll switch to the next map. Let me grab everybody. Anything on this map people need? Okay.
We're taking one of those cleaning droids.
Two out in space.
I have to.
We're gonna program it.
I have to roll whether or not the Billy Bobs fought the two that were out there, but I'll do that later. So.
No, and then they try to use the flamethrowers on it, and I turn them off, and they don't know how to turn them back on, so they're dead.
And they got 2 shields.
They started using them as bats.
No, we're gonna come out there. We're just gonna find all the Billy Bobs just bent over and getting ass raped by cleaning drones.
Enemas.
Squeal, piggy!
As you guys come out the door on the other side. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. It's doing all kinds of things it wasn't doing. Sterling's character is incapable of standing on this platform.
I see.
I'm a little drunk.
These are balls, right?
Yes. So okay. I'll get to that in a second. I was not prepared for Sterling not to be able to stand on the platform. Okay, so narratively, you're all standing on this platform. Sterling is not standing in the abyss. Ghost, can you go push to talk for me if you're not already? Is that you?
Me?
I'm trying to figure out. I'm getting feedback from somebody. Oh, it's from Craven.
Me?
Yeah. I can hear myself.
That's weird. There's nothing going on here. Hold on a second. I know what it is. It's this button.
Testing. No. 1, 2. Testing. No, wait. No, that's fixed it. Whatever you did, that's 100% fixed it. Okay.
I told you to turn noise suppression on, but it was already on.
Okay. Well, whatever. I don't care. It worked. So...
Stupid game.
Let's see. So you're on this platform, and what you're looking out on is a deep chasm. And when you look down, it looks like you are above the clouds in a thunderstorm. And just as you look over the edge, there's all sorts of lightning and thunder.
All right. And we see these platforms.
And you see these platforms. Oh yeah, so there's 2 different kinds of platforms. These platforms, like the one with the red sphere above it right here. So this is a thin construct with a single computer terminal on it, and there's a red orb, and it's not like a light. It is a physical orb, but it glows. and it's floating without any connection above the platform. And these other platforms are very much what they appear to be. Some of them are the same kind of thin construct with a terminal, and the other are larger stone structures, although at the edge of each stone structure you can see electronics, so it's definitely some sort of advanced thing. And you're not sure what the purpose of this room is, other than it is vast, and once again, there are hundreds of these Psi embers hanging from the roof. In fact, they seem to be floating throughout the clouds as well.
Oh, this place is weird.
Tell me about it.
Have you tried connecting again?
I don't know if I want to touch the things. I mean, I reached out to talk to that giant robot dog psionically, and I heard thousands of other voices instead.
What about to these terminals? You can connect to them?
Let me see if I can. You said it's a physical ball. How far away is it?
It's actually rather far away. It's probably 100 yards to the first platform.
Man, there's
Also, the ball's probably the size of a basketball.
What
I
about,
looked through,
what about the platform
there.
we're standing on? Anything interesting on the platform?
There's a single switch.
What? How big's the switch?
Think light switch.
And the hallway that we came in
There's just a door there.
is like, it's just this way?
Yep.
So
Is
this
the
room
door
is
open
big.
or closed?
The door's open. It would open and close normally, but while the doors are mechanical here, they seem to require a button press to close them. There is some interesting scratch marks on this front barrier. They look fresh. Almost as though something was trying to climb up on the barrier.
Where did the cleaning droids go if they went down the hallway and we were following them?
They went into their little holes. There's little holes in the hallway that are just big enough for them.
Oh, even the big one went in?
Yep. The big one actually is part of the ceiling of the hallway. You're not sure what function it serves, but it has its own track to go up and down.
Jenny, you're beeping. Okay. Huh.
Are the scratches on the inside or the outside of the platform?
Yes.
Okay.
You'd have to hang over the side to look at it on the outside, though, and when you do, you almost get vertigo because it's a really long way down.
As someone who has fought hand-to-hand with some of the creatures that we have fought, do these claw marks look like they would easily match the what are those things called?
Chitin.
Yeah, the chitin.
It would, yes.
Like, more likely that it's chitin than it would be like a cleaning robot?
Yeah, I figure you know him well enough to make that assertion.
Alright.
Huh.
Did anybody bring explosives?
I got a sniper rifle. I'm gonna look through the scope.
It doesn't matter. This place is made of methane. I just remembered. We have all the explosives we could possibly want.
Okay. So you look through the scope at what?
So right now I just want to count orbs and see if any of them match up or look similar. I see a bunch of red ones.
So you notice that on the platforms like the one directly in front of you, all those platforms have red orbs. And the other platforms seem to have multicolored orbs.
Okay.
So they match the colors. Also, if you zoom in really far with your scope, you'll notice that the orb that you thought was a solid object appears to be made of either gelatin or liquid that's just magically being held in place. Some sort of magnetic field or something.
Huh. They're just floating out there. Alright, well, you think you could throw me?
100 yards?
I have jet boots. If we really want to go over there, I'll just go over there. I just don't. I'm not sure that's the answer yet. With all the lightning storms and me being in a giant metal suit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say 100 yards is too far for your EVA suit when there's gravity.
I got thrusters.
Yeah, they're not that good though.
Okay.
Like it's in zero gravity, 100%. But this is full blown 1G. It's one of the reasons I pointed it out.
Should have got the gravity belt, then I could have done it.
Yeah.
So you want to flip that switch?
Yeah, I flipped the
I
switch.
flip. Oh, I wanted to flip it.
And tabletop does its normal thing and explodes.
I was like, man, that's one cool switch.
We get hit by a tank, guys.
Here. Maybe he can stand on it now? Yay! Sterling can stand on it now. The walls retract down into platforms, but unlike this model, it's actually only in the direction of the platform. Also, now that it's open, you can see that there was supposed to be another, like when it opens up, there's this part that comes up that should have had a terminal on it that's ripped off at the base, like wired dangling and shit.
Oh, where does that one come up?
It's right here on the platform. It's identical to the one that's on this platform. Or it would be if it were there.
Huh.
So something has sabotaged it. Probably Chite. Alright,
I got a climbing kit and some grapple. You
Yep.
think you can throw that bad boy 100 yards and hit the other one?
I can try.
Yeah, I've got some rope, but 100 yards seems like a long ass ways.
It's only 300 feet.
Yeah.
There is a super easy solution that I don't blame you guys for not thinking of, but I just want to point out that there is one here.
Would you like to tell us?
I would, but I don't know if I should.
It's not our spaceship, because I don't know how we would get it into here.
It's not your spaceship. It's something you already have and almost did a few minutes ago.
The boot thrusters?
Nope. Not you personally, John. Almost did a few minutes ago.
Shoot one?
The
Is that what you're talking about?
Like we
I said I didn't want to tell you.
Wait, why would we shoot one? What would that do?
It would blow it up. It would pop it. I think they're filled with liquid, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, there's one that should be here, right? It's missing. So, I don't know. I guess I could. Yeah, I'll shoot one. Let's see what happens.
You don't have to if you don't think it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know how we would have come to that conclusion. That's the only problem.
That's why I didn't want to tell you. I thought you might do it on a whim. Oh.
I mean, yeah, I considered it too. I said gelatin, but I'm like, I don't know why I would do that. That doesn't make sense.
I have a plot device I can use for it. I forgot. I did come up with a way to explain this to you. I just forgot. Lightning strikes again, and it hits this orb, which explodes dramatically and then reforms as a green ball. And then there's a humming noise. And after that humming noise has had a few minutes to figure out where the F it is, here we go. A energy bridge extends between these two.
Oh shit!
Okay.
I knew that I was like, how was I going to explain it to him? And I'd found a way, and yeah, I now remember. I'm a bad GM. I'm sorry.
No, that makes sense. That's kind of what I was looking for. Because I thought about shooting it earlier when you said it was a gelatin sack, but I was like, but why? Like we're trying to not aggro.
I should have shot it.
All right, some of us are trying not to aggro.
No, you were completely doing it right. I just couldn't remember what my mechanism was.
I had a rock in my pocket. I was ready to start chucking at stuff.
All right. I guess which way do we want to go? I'll shoot the
I said, is there a terminal there?
There is a terminal there, 100%. It has 3 colors on it. Can you guess what those 3 colors are?
Purple, pink, and yellow.
Yellow.
Red, green, blue.
It's pink, blue, yellow.
It sure is.
You guys want to go straight to the end, or are we trying to straight to the end would be blue, red, yellow, pink, red, something like that.
Do we need to stay on the same platform, or are we able to go into different platforms?
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. We don't know what happens when we. All right, so everybody get off the platform, or everybody get back onto the main platform.
Already on the main platform.
Right?
I'm gonna hit the pink.
John, shoot the blue one.
Oh, I thought the terminal.
Yeah,
There's a
Select
terminal
the
here.
blue one and shoot the blue one.
All right, I'm gonna hit the blue button on the terminal first.
Okay, if you hit the blue button on the terminal, the bridge, it comes off of the back end and goes on to the blue one ahead of
That's
you.
what I thought. Is there enough room on that terminal for all of us to sit?
If you're very comfortable with each other.
Okay. So I tell John to put it back to us, so we'll all get on and we'll all get very, very comfy, and then we'll extend the blue one.
Okay? So that gives you access to the next blue platform.
All right, so we all go here.
Yep, for the sake of, making this not go crazy for tabletop, you can just move one of your tokens and that'll be the group, unless you want to split up.
No. Well, you know what? I don't want to split up, but you guys can do your own thing.
I agree.
I want to split up so
Alright.
bad.
I know
So
you.
we're all
I was-
my token right now.
This is an option for me to get Jeremy and Zach killed. Then let them split up.
Kizik's already paranoid that he's going to be the first one to die, even though everyone agrees you should be the first one to die.
I understand that. I understand that.
It's gonna
I
be me.
appreciate that. Yeah, it's probably gonna be John.
Yeah. I'm gonna. There's a terminal here. We'll hit the red button.
There is no
Well,
terminal
no,
here.
sure,
There
no.
is a sphere, but there's no terminal on this platform.
Oh.
So the terminals are only on the red ones, right?
Yes, or red and green.
I see. Okay.
So you have to activate a red one so that it extends a bridge to you. So you
I'm
want
gonna shoot this one.
Okay.
No, not that one. This one.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Well, I'm hoping it's that one. That one would make the most sense because.
We'll
No,
try
you're
it.
right. It might not. It might not.
Okay,
I'll
so
try this one
you,
first.
you shoot that one. That bridge comes off of there, and then extends out and goes to this one.
Nice.
Now, as you do that, the gunfire is followed by the screeching sound. Think like bird call, like hawk. And as
Okay.
you get to this platform, you hear something moving in the clouds beneath the platform.
Guys, you hear that?
Activate the yellow one. Let's get off the little platform.
We gotta
Yeah.
squeeze in real first.
Yeah.
Yep. We all squeeze in, and we hit the yellow button on the terminal.
Okay, you hit the yellow button on the terminal, and it moves, and it extends the bridge. Now, as you guys see the bridge extend, you're walking across the energy bridge to get over there, and you see these frogs that have made a home on the platform. And I don't know how you guys want to react to the frogs. They're kind of cute, but
Oh.
a giant bracken bird comes up over from the bottom, grabs a whole lot of them in like its talons and mouth, and then dips back into the clouds.
Oh shit.
And
Can I hit that bird?
and that size is accurate to how big it is compared to you guys.
Can I hit that bird?
You can try to, yeah. I mean,
As it's grabbing the frogs, I'm just gonna be like, "Whoa!" and then hit it with the hammer.
so you're gonna have to like charge it because it is that fast. It's like 2 seconds and it's gone because it just pops up over the edge and then dips back down. But you can try.
No, I'll let it be.
Okay.
It's not bothering me.
My character screams like a 6-year-old girl.
I screamed too, but my hammer was swinging. So you think maybe it was a battle cry? It was just a little high pitch.
Where do we
The
go
red
from
one.
here, guys?
The red one.
This one?
Yeah, because there's no terminal here, so you have to hit that red one.
All right, we'll hit the red one.
So that one, you shoot the red one, and the bridge disappears from behind you, but it doesn't reappear where you thought it was going to. It ends up extending this way.
Is there a
Great.
terminal here? Did I miss a terminal?
Nope.
I guess we can.
You can do a quick perception check, which is your recon score plus your intelligence.
Okay.
It's there's a red one behind us that probably goes to it. I don't know what this one would do then though.
Anyone get an 8+ on their perception check?
I only got a 6. I rolled poorly.
I got 5.
Got a 7.
I got a 9.
9. Sterling saw it.
10.
And Maul sees it. So you're like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. There should have been something there. And then you look between these two columns, and as the clouds are rolling, you see the remnants of another platform like this that's been ripped off. It's got chitin blood, because you recognize what that looks like, and claw marks all over it. But blatantly, one of these platforms has been destroyed in between these two.
Okay. So go back to this one.
I'll say we got to go back around. Yeah.
No, just go back to this one and then see where that one has locations for.
Okay.
I'm good with it.
All right, I'll shoot this one.
Okay, so you end up back on this one. Not going to move the thing real quick. It only has option to go to your blue. You
We
haven't.
can go to this blue.
Yeah, you haven't.
this-
You haven't shot any of the orbs on the stone pillars yet, right?
No.
No, we have not. But now that you mention it, shoot the yellow orb right here.
Okay. I
So we
do
know
that.
we can't go that way. Let's see what happens if we shoot that one.
Well, gunfire has been a bad thing, but okay. I shoot it.
It turns pink when you shoot it. You hear more of those blood-curdling cries. There's more than one now.
Turns pink.
What colors are
on-
available on the console we're on?
Pink and blue.
Can we shoot that one over there to get it to a different color to try to get that way?
Let's get off this teeny tiny platform before them birds crush us.
Yeah, you're right.
We're going to blue.
That's the wrong blue. It won't go to that one. You hit the blue button, it goes to this one. But you're on the right track.
Oh, shoot this blue one.
All right, I'll shoot that blue one.
Okay, so you shoot that blue one, and it turns yellow, and now you have all three colors on this platform. And as it's doing that, let's see who gets it. 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Ghost. This thing rears up and tries to grapple with you. Like it tries to grab you with its talons and pull you off the platform.
Big bird, big bird, big bird.
It rolled a 10 on its grapple check. You get to tell me how you want to react, and everyone gets a turn before it pulls you off the edge of this thing.
I wasn't well, I kind of was expecting the bird to come back after I shot, so I guess I want to punch this bird in the fucking head.
Dive behind the shield?
Dive behind your shield?
Yeah, it holds two people.
There you go.
You know that because you were literally
I've been
in
camping in it. Yeah.
it. Yeah, I have a tiny office in there.
Alright, I'm gonna dive for cover behind the shield.
Okay, so you're using the die for cover thing, which eats up your action, but also means that he completely misses. So you wrest yourself free in a panic, oh my god, and dive behind the shield. Everyone gets an action before it gets to go.
Can I hit it with the hammer now?
You absolutely can.
I would like to hit it with the hammer.
I'll be right back.
As soon as I figure out where I put my stuff. Here.
Man, he should have said he was going to be right back, right as it got grabbed, and then he could like get sucked down into the clouds, and they could have come back. It would have been so awesome.
Alright. Roll that. Plus That's a 10 to hit.
Okay, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. Make sure to carry your effect over into your damage.
Alright, damage.
You might be the only person who hits this thing, depending on how good you do.
And you had strength damage too, right?
Strength DM, yes.
It's your melee skill, your strength characteristic DM, just to be clear, because he also has a strength skill, and that's extra.
So it's my strength, right?
Yep.
Just my strength, not my DM, not my bludgeon 4. Right?
It's
We
your-
don't add bludgeon 4.
That's added to the 2 hit.
Right, so the hit, but not the damage.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Alright, so we got 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 damage, AP 4, and Smasher.
Okay.
So, no
That's-
parry.
Yeah, it's not going to have parry anyway. But yeah, that hurts it a lot. Like, it's not dead, but that you smash its little beak, and part of its beak cracks, and it gives this like raptor-esque scream at you. Who's going to go next?
With a whistle. It's a raptor scream, but also it has whistles now. Because of the
It's
whole
got a
thing.
cracked beak.
Yep.
Yeah.
Laser fire's coming afterwards.
Okay. Let me roll again. Ah, you just made it.
That's a 10, so that's a +2.
Okay.
That's a 16, 19 laser damage.
Holy shit. Okay, so you incinerate this bird. Couple things to note. You notice that when you fire your laser, there's like this amazing flame effect all around the laser when you shoot it. And that when it hit the bird and ignited it, there was like a fireball as it plummeted down into the storm. And you could see it fall pretty far away because of the fireball. It's like igniting the atmosphere around it as it falls.
Yeah, lasers.
Yeah, I look at Deacon, and or not Deacon. God damn. What is your name, Kizik?
Sammy.
I look at Sammy and I'm like, I'm not sure lasers are a good idea in here. But I don't actually know what weapon wouldn't do that, since
Actually, you should be reassured by that. That thing was
Oh.
fully ablaze, and it didn't blow the room up.
oh, okay, never mind, take it back. I thought you were saying that the atmosphere was on fire. But you're not saying that.
So little bits of it are, but it's like the stoichiometry isn't quite, like the ratio isn't quite right to cause a explosive fireball.
So you're saying I should use my hand flamer now?
I'm saying the laser's a good choice.
I'm not saying anything of the sort. I'm giving you clues.
Yeah. Again, there's no oxygen in this atmosphere, so despite methane being rather flammable, it needs oxygen to be really nasty.
Can we hit the blue button now?
You hit
This tiny.
hit the blue button, and you guys end up on this platform.
And this one didn't have a console either, right?
That one does not have a console either.
So we hit this one.
Okay, you shoot that one, and it does extend a bridge out. Get on this one, you find all your available platforms. So it's
Yellow.
yellow, green, red, or yellow, green, pink. So you get on this one, same thing. You guys have pretty much already figured it out. Yeah, you hop over here, and then you end up back over here, on the other end.
I thought you said we weren't supposed to be aggressive, Maul.
What do you mean?
And then you smacked a bird in the face.
It
So I
was
shot
trying to
it.
grab. It was trying to grab my friend. I believe I just said good job.
I heard that. Yeah. I just wanted you to talk to
Do you,
that bird.
do you need me? Do you need me to not say things like good job? Would you rather I just stick with I will bite your fucking hand up if you touch anything? Or like I thought it was carrot and stick.
Yeah.
But I can go stick.
Thanks.
You guys hear chanting as you come to this platform down the hallway from the other end of this thing. You're also in what looks like this actually looks like a proper modern structure. It's still super old, and it's made out of that metal everything else is made out of. But it's a proper structure. On top of the chanting, Sammy he does still have this headache, and it is pounding. But he can also feel one of the chitin, the most powerful one he's ever felt before, and something else, something incredibly psionically powerful.
I don't know where we should go. There's something big down the hallway, but I
know.
Because it hurts my head.
And you can wait here, I guess. Or wait, you don't have any more of that drug?
I mean, I do, but I also giving you a heads up is kind of helpful.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, that drug inhibits psionic abilities.
Yeah,
How much of it do you have?
I have 6 vials left.
Okay, so if you get a chance and that big thing you're talking about, you run into it, stab it with that shit.
I'll give it a shot.
All right, let's go. Let's go find out what we're up against. Holy shit!
You guys go through the walkway. There's an incredibly brightly lit, large, open, and very opulent path. Now, on top of this being modern materials, there's precious metals inlaid into all the arches here. Golds and blues are very prevalent throughout the original architecture, but on top of the original architecture, there's also a bunch of makeshift new stuff that it's blatantly built by the Chitin. And as you look down the hallway, you can see they've got some sort of makeshift temple or church, and one of the big bads, what most of you see is there's like lightning shooting back and forth, just pew, 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 between this individual over here that looks like you'd fit in that armor you picked up, and the big bads that you're used to seeing from the Chitin. What Sammy sees is World War III on a psionic level. These two entities are attacking each other with such incredible psionic power that they could accidentally kill Sammy, like just a random thought. And it's much more visually stimulating for you than it is for everyone else. And most of these Chitin are just transfixed on this fight. They don't even notice the party come in the other end of this very long hallway. While this is beautiful, it's worth saying there's no OSHA here. There's no guardrails. These are raw edges down into the stormy abyss.
I have some questions.
Answer.
First off, the rifles that we use, are they air powered? Are they mag powered? Or do they use an actual bullet?
That depends on which ones you're talking about.
John's.
John's Gauss rifle is it's a Gauss rifle. It does not use propellant. It's a physical slug. It's magnetically accelerated to supersonic speeds.
Yeah, buddy.
Could we rig one of Sammy's vials into a bullet?
You could attempt to, but it's going to be moving so fast out of that Gauss gun that it's probably going to shatter. Plus, it's going to throw off the weight, and in a delicate instrument like that, the barrel may explode.
You want me just to shoot this big bad thing, right?
No. So listen. Sammy's got this shit that he pumps into his veins, and it turns off his psi powers. Sammy's also saying that there are 2 incredibly powerful psi creatures here. I am fairly certain I know which one is bad, and I am really thinking if we run over there and just inject it with this, basically neutering its psi abilities, we would end this battle right here, and that would be good for all of us.
All right, so you're the tank.
Yep, give me a vial, Sammy. I'm gonna run up there and jam it into that thing.
Sammy's already like halfway down this thing in full sprint.
All right. Well, I'm faster than you, so I'll catch up and get a vial, and we'll both do it together.
Sounds good.
All right. We charge in there. We're literally no stealth. We are just straight up going for speed.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. Both of you.
Can I time my shot?
You could absolutely be sighted in on someone. Aiming at someone actually gives you a DM +1, and you can stack them. So for every roll they make, give yourself an extra +1 for when you take the shot.
Okay.
We got a 12.
Oh yeah, you're doing good. How you doing,
You got
Sammy?
a 7.
Okay, so basically all that means is Maul's going to pull ahead of you.
I did say I ran up to him, grabbed a vial, and raced past him.
So as Maul runs past these two that are supposed to be guards, but they're slacking and watching the fight, instantly there's an alarm from the drones who see this powered armor figure charging in towards, their leader. And Sammy, that puts you in a position to make a choice because this one lines up a perfect shot on Maul's back. He's going to get to take that shot if you don't take an action here. Alternately, you're going to have to stop to do that.
Yeah, he gets a laser in the chest. Or I guess he turned around to shoot him, so I'm going to push him off the edge.
You are capable of doing that. Roll your psionics.
Sammy is the best.
Do I get a boost because there's a billion crystals around?
Yeah, I'll give you a boost. There's a lot of reasons to give you a boost, but I can only give you one.
That's a 10.
Okay. That's a guy off the edge. He lifts his arm to make his shot, and then you're just like, whoosh. He screams, but only you can hear it. Okay. All right, gentlemen in the back. Are you still aiming there, Mr. Shear?
I am.
Okay. Mr. Deacon and Mr. Sterling, your turn.
Yep, I'm walking very cautiously up to about within range of my standard laser pistol.
Okay, that's fine. You can do that. Sterling?
I'm kind of doing a short sprint up here to try and get a chance to see this next guy right here.
Okay. You can be within range at about the same spot Deacon is. Wait, are you using flame rifle or your projectile weapon?
No flame rifle.
Okay.
So I was thinking about using the my rifle.
Okay. You can use that. That's definitely hit from here, no problem. You actually could still both take a shot if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay. Roll your to hit. Deacon, you can do the same if you want.
All right.
And that's a miss.
I'm shooting way out wide in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, I only got a 4.
You only got a 4, and you added your gun combat skill and your dexterity modifier.
Oops, hold on.
I got a 9.
9 hits. Take your +1 and move it over to your damage.
12, 13 plus 3. Yep, 13 plus 3. 16.
Which modifier is it for me again?
16's enough to kill that guy. So it's your gun combat, in your case, slug, plus your modifier for your dexterity, plus your dice roll. And you need to make 8 or higher.
Yep, 4.
Wow. Okay. Alright, so whiff, swing and a miss. And Sammy's back is turned to this guy, so that'll be fun on their turn. And I think that's all the good guys. So let me go for the bad guys real quick. So most of these guys are too stunned. They're not going to do anything. The guard, who's behind Sammy, rolls well. Oof. Okay, so this creature here, which is not like any being you've ever seen before, trips over one of the fallen Psi Ember crystals and falls on his back. And this guy takes an opportunity to try to pounce on him and drives 2 of his long spiky things into the thing's stomach. It's still fighting back and forth, but it's now been injured pretty badly. This guy, this Chiton, tries to take a shot at Sammy, and with a 10, he's going to hit.
I can't dodge that because that's a +2 over,
Uh,
right?
you can dive for cover, or you can take your reactions. There's a number of things you can do if you want to.
You can dive for cover. which means like just straight up you lose your action the next turn, but you don't take any damage. I think you can apply your dex as a negative modifier, so you'd need a 3 in order to dodge it. But if you have, a +3 dex, then that would work. I don't know what you have, so
I have a +2 dex. It's super close.
not quite enough.
Is the verdict that you're not going to die for cover and you're going to take the damage, or that you are going to die for cover and miss out on your next turn?
I'm going to get shot in the back.
All right, take 15 damage.
Oh, that's
It
laser damage?
That's laser damage.
There is a minimum amount of damage you have to take, though. I believe it's minimum 1 on everything.
Is that even with your special suit?
Yes. It's just, the way I read the rules is there's a minimum. If you get hit, you take the hit.
I
And
thought
then if
Suit
it's
I-
armor
I-
pen-
absorbs 10 anyway.
I thought that was only for armor penetration.
So armor pen, he takes that damage plus, I assume, the 1 damage. That's as far as I know, and I don't necessarily understand the rules.
Okay, I need to go back and reread that. I thought it was only the armor penetration damage that you took no matter what, but I could be wrong. We're learning. But for the time being, I'm going to play it like I have been, which is you only take the armor penetration value. If you die for cover,
So,
yeah. And this thing doesn't have armor penetration as a trait. But I will go back and reread that because I could totally be wrong.
Yeah, so I'm in a boarding vac suit, which is +13, and into the fuzzer suit, which is +10. So I'm okay.
Okay.
good call.
Yeah.
Good call on those dispersion suits there, Sammy.
Mm-hmm. It is fitting that the person that saved was you.
My back is really hot, and
Oh yeah, I want to say you physically take the impact, like even though it's a laser, like it knocks you a step forward.
I'm still stunned that I knocked a guy off the thing. As I knew theoretically I could do it, and then I watched it happen, and then
Yeah.
I got hit in the back.
You,
And I took an extra step towards it and go like, "Whoa!"
you've been moving like marbles and spare change around, and suddenly you're just like, that's a lot bigger than a marble. Okay. That's all the bad guys because most of them were too stunned to do anything, and one of them's dead. 2 of them are dead.
Back to me and Sammy.
Yep.
All right. I would like to get to the big bad. As I'm running up to him, I'm looking for a spot. Does he have eyes?
The big bad, yes, he has several eyes up there at
And
the
I'm
top.
assuming his skin is not squishy looking, right?
Oh no, he's got an exoskeleton. He does have soft points on some of the joints.
I'm going for an eye. I'm jamming this syringe in an eye and emptying it.
Okay, he's a lot bigger than you are, so you're going to need to use your boost, or you're going to need to climb.
Jet boots?
You can use them to jump an extended distance, yes.
All right, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so what I need from you is a vac suit check to use your boots. It's going to be a
Alright.
chain check. So if you succeed that, then it goes into your melee hit to jam this thing into the thing's eye.
All right. Is there anything I can do to make the vac suit check better?
So it's going to be combined with your dexterity because of the way you're jumping.
Okay, so I can use athletics dexterity to combine with it.
Yes, 100%. You can add that to it. It also, if you fail it, it just gives you a negative DM to the next roll. It's not like it doesn't happen. You just tripped up and didn't do it gracefully.
All right, I got a 9.
Okay, so you take a +1 into your next roll for the chain check.
Yeah, it's a 9. It's a 9. All right, so
Okay.
+1.
Yep. And then you make you a strength melee check. So it's your melee skill and then your strength DM.
All right, so is that technically the same as the hammer? Technically, the hammer's bludgeoning, but that's my melee skill.
Yeah, but it's still a melee. I'm treating the vial like it's a melee weapon. It's just a really small melee weapon. Or knowing Maul, he probably put it on the end of his hammer. Just
Yeah,
held
I got a 10.
held on
I
there
got
with
a
duct tape. Okay.
I like it. I got a 10.
Okay. And all you were trying to do is get this thing injected with this thing, right?
I'm jamming this syringe of shit into his eye hole.
You do exactly that. His eye pops, by the way, when you do that. Like, it's gross yellow shit all over your arm, but you just keep pushing until you hit something that makes it stop. And then you hit the button on the vial.
Yep.
Okay? It flings you off as it screeches. It, like, turns and it's writhing, and you get thrown all the way against this far wall and smack into it and slide down. But you definitely got something. Sammy, you're next. You see all that happen. You've been shot in the back. Your back feels like it's on fire.
Yeah, I have a smoke grenade. I'm going to drop that at my feet.
Okay, poof smoke screen. That's, yeah.
Smoke grenade imposes a DM -2 to all attacks within the cloud. IR vision completely bypasses the smoke.
I'm assuming you have IR vision.
Yeah, it's in the vac suits.
I have bad news for you, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, I was gonna say they see psionically anyway.
Well, they also have infrared vision because they're insects.
Yep. So with his psionic ability, so does he see a change in the creature?
If he takes the time to look, then yes, he would see a change in the creature. Notably, in the number and the veracity of the attacks, significantly diminished, both because now he's injured and hurt, and it doesn't like immediately take, it's not like instant, but it within a few seconds, because it was right in his brain basically, his aura is going to start shrinking. With a creature this powerful, Sammy would know that it's not going to completely stop him, but they were so evenly matched it probably won't matter.
What I was hoping. I used my tactics.
Is all you want to do is throw your smoke grenade, Sammy?
That's an action, right?
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you wanted to move or...
Yeah, I'm going to find some cover.
Okay.
Technically, is that a minor action since all he did was pop it and drop it?
Is that managing inventory and I can take a shot at somebody?
Or push them off a cliff?
Yeah, I'll let him do it. Why not? I think that's a fair way to say it. You didn't throw it at someone to diminish their ability. You dropped it at your feet.
Yep.
Pop and drop.
Then I'm going to turn to the guy that shot me in the back and blast him.
Okay. With the laser or with your mind?
Laser.
Okay.
You were gonna do like a head.
I have a psionic punch, but it costs a lot more psi points than I have, and pushing a guy off also costs a lot of psi points. Like, I'm pretty mentally fatigued right now.
You absolutely are, and you have a splitting headache.
I got an 11 to hit that guy.
Okay. Well, make sure you take your effect and add it to your attack.
That does 14 damage.
Ooh. So he staggers, takes a step back, as there is a hole now clean through one of his arms. The arm hangs limply at its side. And it is... You like odds or evens?
Odds.
It is his gun arm. So he no longer has a weapon. Alright. So, let's see, that makes it Deacon and Sterling again. Oh, wait, no, John. He popped a smoke grenade. Your suit has IR, right?
It does.
Okay, so you can see through the smoke grenade. What would you like to do?
I'm going to go ahead and take my shot on the big guy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
Try to
it.
put out another one of its eyes.
He's reeling, so I am going to give you a... Actually, no. He's a big enough target, you'll probably be alright. You go ahead and take your... Remember to add your DM plus 1s for your aiming. You aimed for 2 turns.
So that's just a +2.
Yep. Just a plus 2. I mean, out of 12, that's a pretty significant statistic.
I got a 13.
Alright, add your effect to your damage.
.24 damage.
Okay. So you shoot, and you're aiming for his head, but it blows through the middle of his chest. And he rears and he looks at it, and he's still up and he's active, but he's like gushing blood. He's got an eye goop coming out. Sammy glances over at him. His aura has shrunk almost to his skin.
It's AP6, if that matters.
Yeah, I mean, his armor is virtually non-existent at this point. Deacon and Sterling?
Deacon, you want to go first? You want me to?
You can go first.
Okay, we're gonna take a shot at this guy too. I'll go take a shot at the big guy.
Just a FYI, when we kill the big guy, all the little ones will frenzy and go towards whoever killed the big one.
They might.
So-
They might go towards their new master.
Which will be me if I kill the big guy. I'm just kidding.
It'll be the Psi Guardian, I'm hoping.
I really want Sterling to be like, I am your leader now!
They come and pick you up, and you think that you're going to be congratulated, and then they just throw you over.
It's some Riddick rules, you know?
Alright.
Look at me.
Take your shot.
My gosh, I got a 4 again. Never mind.
So, Sterling's gun jams. Like, he's been pulling the trigger with the dead man click, and Deacon looks over, and, like, the magazine isn't even fully connected. He's maybe suggests you do something about that. Deacon, what you doing?
Bro, I thought you knew how to fire a gun. Have any of the other smaller Chitin made any notice
They have it.
that we're
Oh, they definitely notice you. They're definitely panicking. They're starting to get their shit together. They haven't. Their turn is right after your turn.
Okay, so
They're about to go.
they're about to go.
Mhm.
All right.
We're about to get fucked up.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go after this next closest guy that actually has a gun.
Okay.
And,
Take your shot. He's considered to be in half cover, so he's going to have a little bit extra armor.
That is exactly an 8. And that is 15 damage. Although,
You don't have one more in there anywhere?
nope.
No AP1 or anything?
Nope. I just have the pretty standard laser pistol.
All right, well, 15 damage. You shear a line across his chest. His insides are showing, but he's still standing and he's angry. And now it's their turn. So let me do the big bad first. Bleeding out. Okay, 6 doesn't do it. 4 doesn't do it either. All right, let me do the little guys. Guy with no gun arm doesn't hit. First guy doesn't. Wow, these guys are shit today. Oh, it's because I'm rolling for them. I mean, we all know that's how it works, right?
Oh, and is it more difficult for them to find and hit me since my armor has this awesome
If it says that's an effect of it, then yes. Only one of them managed to hit anything, so one of them is going to turn and, Maul attacked his master, and he's going to, like, take a shot at him. Maul, are you going to do anything to stop it? And your shield just adds to your armor. It's, like, just +8, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I'm just going to hold my shield up, and
Okay, bunker behind it. All right,
bunker behind.
he did hit.
If it's laser, I have a very large number right now.
Yep, it's all laser. It's 18.
All right.
So
I can soak that.
he burns into your shield and is real irritated when you're just still standing there afterwards. The Psi Guardian flips himself up onto his feet and, like, flicks each of his 4 arms out. And in a psionic display that even the non-psions can see, purple energy that looks like actual sword blades appears out of each of his arms, and he jumps up on this thing and stabs them through the hole that John made into the internal guts of this thing. And you notice as you do that while your weapons crack right through the chitin, these blades, where they do hit that chitin, almost dissipate. Like, he obviously can't have stabbed through the outer carapace of this thing. But once he's on the inside, he flicks his arms out and viscerates this thing.
Teamwork.
From that hole. And then he crumples back down to the ground. Purple black blood is just pooling at his feet.
Damn.
Yep. And
is he wearing armor, or could he fit in the armor that we found?
he could fit in the armor you found. He's wearing what looks like just a cloth ceremonial robe and a cape. And it's completely blood drawn, like it's soaked. And also, all the chitins scream like they do every time you kill one of the big bads and turn towards him. And it is top of the round.
Oh, top of the round. So I got a med kit built into this thing, right?
You do, but it's for a human.
But isn't the fast drug? Doesn't it do something that like stabilizes you?
You can try. I'm just going to go ahead and let you know that you don't know anything about his biology. And as someone as a trained medic, you would know that with completely foreign species like this, for what all you know, you could be injecting cyanide into him.
All right. Alternative B, I have his armor, and I know my armor has a built-in med kit, and it's not as advanced as his armor. So I'm gonna rush over there and jam the chest plate on him.
Okay. You go ahead and do that. Man, I wonder what kind of check I would make that. Like a coordination check? It's got to be something equivalent to a coordination check, right? Where my character sheets go? There they are.
Straight up dexterity and intelligence.
Maybe the armor is like automatically designed to just go over him like Iron Man.
Yeah, but you got to put him on it. It's the physical act of getting it on him that's going to be the fun part.
I think
You never
strength
dressed
athletics
somebody.
would be the way to go.
You never dress somebody with 4 arms.
Did you say strength or dexterity was the way to go?
Strength athletics.
Oh yeah.
Strength
You
athletics
just
is the way to go.
if I push it hard enough, that will put it on him.
My dad once asked me, he's hurt his back and he needed help putting his shoes on. And I used strength athletics and he never asked me to help put his shoes on again.
I imagine that's all true.
It is all true. I'm not even making that up.
Can we use dexterity instead, though? Would that kill you?
It's only a +1 difference.
Go ahead and roll it.
Just
need an 8.
I got it. I got 8.
Okay.
Barely got 8, but I got 8.
As you put the the chest piece on, it does a sort of an Iron Man thing where it does wrap a little bit around him, like it senses that he's there, that he's the right species that should be wearing it, and it blows glue on glows blue. I've only had one beer, and it's white and blue now, and it does attach to him. And you do hear him take a deep breath as there's like this hissing noise coming from the armor.
And then I'm taking up a position where if anything comes at him, I'm gonna try to
Block.
stop it.
Okay.
And blows.
All right, Sammy, you're up next.
Am I close enough to make it there beside him?
You are close enough to make it there beside him. You also notice that once you get within a very close radius of him, your headache goes away and you can see so clearly. It's like going from 1080p to 4K. Suddenly you're super coordinated and everything is super precise, and you know that you could take all these guys on if you had to. Maul doesn't seem to be having the same effect, but you feel like time's almost slowed.
Oh, then I started blasting.
Okay. Go ahead and take a +4 to any physical attacks or defenses, and you can have a boost to your ranged attacks.
Yeah, these two are the closest, so I'm going to energy finger blast them.
All right, go ahead and do it.
You're gonna finger blast some aliens, huh?
With a +4 and a boost.
Yeah, +4.
Go with a boost. He gets +4 on physical attacks.
8, 11. Then I get
My finger
some
blasts are
damage.
always pretty physical.
Yeah, I would think a finger blast would be pretty physical.
That is 11 damage to the closest one.
He's trying so hard to ignore us. You notice that?
Yeah.
He's finger blasting aliens, and he is not listening to us.
Yeah. I mean, they're getting close. I feel like the climax is going to come soon.
You gotta get in close.
It was beautiful.
It was.
Beautiful.
All right, so you put a few shots, so you're just shooting at this closest one?
Yeah. I slid in like really cool superhero style. My head felt better. I went, and then boom, 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 just right into his kneecaps.
All right. Well, you kneecapped him pretty good. He doesn't die, but he slumps down because his legs have just gotten blown into smithereens. That one feels like he's almost out of the fight. So who's up next? That makes it Mr. Shear's turn. You have pretty good line of sight on just about everything that's there. The one all the way on the right-hand side would be problematic.
Go with me here. I want to take just one sidestep left and try real hard to shoot a bullet through this guy and into this guy.
Okay, you need a DM of 10 plus to do it. But if you do it, I'll let you roll damage on both of them.
Awesome.
This one's hurt a lot.
Sure is.
Yeah,
His arm's dangly.
That guy's
I'm hoping this goes real well.
Right.
I got an 8.
That's not a 10. You can have the first guy if you want.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a damage for him.
14.
Okay. I mean, it really didn't matter. You only needed one. So he's sitting there like, my arm! And then his head's gone. And his body slips off into the abyss.
Oh yeah, just shoot him and take his leg completely out from underneath him so he falls backwards.
No,
And then we hear a bird.
I was about to say, you take his leg out, he slips down, and he's like, not dead yet, and then like the bird jumps up and grabs him and pulls him up over the edge.
Right. Do I still get a movement if that's just an action?
Yes.
How far can I move up? Like here?
Yes, without any penalty, you can move there.
Okay. That's me.
Okay. Sterling and Deacon. I keep putting you guys together because I accidentally rolled you guys at the same time.
I'm going to go for another shot. We're going to give this another try.
Okay. Run combat slug plus your dexterity plus your roll.
You also can take a minor action to aim, and if you're within 25% of the total range of your thing, you get another one for being in short range.
Yep.
Am I in short range?
If you want to run forward, you can be. You can get all the way up here using just your minor action, but that takes away the one you had to aim. So it's up to you. It's +1 either way, but being closer is better.
All right, we'll just move up closer then.
Okay.
And then we're going to shoot at this baddie right here.
Okay. Also, if you ever roll boxcars, no matter what penalties it ends up making it, you let me know, because that's a critical hit.
Snake guys, the opposite.
Yes, that's true too.
It's infinitely worse.
I'm
Okay,
I'm
I
trying to
got a
tone
10.
those down. 10 hits, carry over your +2 to your damage.
So we're running over to damage, you said, so
So-
I got a 3D.
Yep, so you roll 3d6s and you add your +2 because you have effect. You did more than 8, so you add those 2.
Okay, goes for 12.
Okay. Is this the one that's already injured? Either this one or this one?
That was the one I shot.
That's the one. That's the one you shot. Okay, then he's dead.
Yep.
So you blast through. You got one.
Yay!
I did it! Egan,
And there was much rejoicing.
it was your turn to do it. Finally get an opportunity. And with hair like that, it was going to take a while.
I'd like to look at Sammy and tell him to try to pacify these things, since he's the next closest psionic we have that I can talk to. Use your mind powers, boy.
As he's saying all that, I'm running up and shooting at this guy.
Yeah, I'm not telling you to stop shooting, and you wouldn't even hear me. I'm over here bothering Sammy.
Alright, so that is a 10.
Okay. That definitely hits. Take your effect and add it to your damage.
Ooh, that was a horrible roll. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right.
Only 9 damage.
It's not quite enough.
Yeah.
All right. That's everybody, right? This.
Yes.
Yeah, it's everybody.
Roll this. How many of them are left? Okay. One of them hits. Two of them hit something. And that's it, just two. And the big bad, or the big good, does not manage a full. He does stand back up. So the Psi Guardian stands up. The chest piece doesn't appear to be healing him, but it has stopped the damage. He's no longer bleeding. Pulls a bracelet gauntlet looking thing off of one of his arms and tosses it to Sam. And that's his turn. And it's top of the round. So usually it's been Maul going first.
Yeah, sorry. So are these things moving towards us?
Yes, they are. They're all. Oh, I forgot to do their damage. I'm sorry. That's why you're waiting patiently. You're waiting patiently for me to resolve their damage. They do all swarm you guys. But with you and Sammy blocking off access, because you knew what they were coming for, they end up barricaded in front of your shield, and two of them are going to do damage. I'm going to evenly spread it between the two of you, unless one of you wants to take it.
Is it physical damage, or is it...
So in this state, it's physical. They're clawing at you.
Yeah, like I would let Sammy get behind my shield. It'll. I guess I'm trying to block for this guy though.
Okay. Well, it's.
I don't know how that would work. So.
I think you're both okay anyway because I've rolled 12 damage on one and 6 on the other.
Yeah, we're good.
So you guys can split that out. I'll say the less damage goes to Sammy.
Yeah, I think he dodges all of it anyway because his armor has 11 or 13.
Yeah. I think you guys are okay. Their claw attacks are pretty weak sauce. But they are swarming like zombie style swarming. And now it is y'all's turn to deal with this horde that's in front of you. Sammy, I'm trying to read the rules on the Psi Blade, and I think this thing just ignites when you touch it. So basically what it is it's a gauntlet blade. Where when you grab it, when you catch it, a blade wraps itself around your fist and extends out for about 2 feet as a Psi Blade.
Like a halo. A halo blade.
Yes, very much exactly like a halo sword, but shorter, but exactly like that.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd make good art for it if you keep it.
Yeah.
You have hold on. There's like psionic swords and shit, and we can't use those.
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct.
They're in the book.
We get gravity hammers though.
You get gravity hammer.
There's a chainsaw sword.
You have a Gauss sniper rifle.
And a plasma. And you have a plasma gun. We also have the FPRPG or something.
Yeah, that hasn't happened yet, but it's
FPMP.
Yeah.
Fusion powered man portable. It's a nuclear powered laser gun. It fires a nuclear bomb blast.
That'll be handy here.
Yes. Speaking of bomb blasts, Maul's going to toss some hand grenades.
okay.
I'm aiming just to get as many as I can get. Let's see. Roll. That is not good. I don't hit any of them with a direct hand grenade.
But you did throw one out in front of you. All right, what did you get?
I got a. Let's see. What is? Does that use strength athletics?
Yes, you can use strength athletics to throw a grenade.
Got a 5 plus my strength.
I don't think you get to add strength to a grenade unless because by that description you're adding the damage of the grenade hitting them in the eyeball as the damage before it goes.
I'll try anything. So anyway, it's 5.
Okay. All right. It still goes off. It doesn't hurt any of them, but it blasts you guys black. The Psi Guardian starts freaking out because a couple of the fragments hit the other Psi Embers, and you could tell that that really pissed him off.
Well, I will tell him sorry.
Yeah.
I was just trying to save his life.
So that's going to be Maul's turn. Sammy, you have the equivalent of a lightsaber in your hand.
You said I get a boost to physical attacks?
You get a boost to physical attacks, plus 4 to your attack.
Excellent. I've got a new thing that's on the wrist, and I got a bunch of them coming at me, hitting the shield. It's a For Sparta type deal where we've made a nice little tank, and this is going to go through some people.
Okay, so it's going to be Psi Blade on page 103 of the.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah. I can expend some Psi points to increase the damage and make it more armor piercing. I'm going to expend a Psi point and make it armor piercing.
Okay.
Hey, Sammy, you do realize earlier he told us that it was AP 30, right?
No,
that's a very different one.
That's a very different
one. That one too.
Yeah. You've got.
All right.
Yeah, you got 2 of those.
My bad.
With a +4, I just rolled a 14.
Okay. Go ahead and add your effect to your damage.
That's 13 armor piercing 5. 14 armor piercing 5.
Okay. You slice through the first one cleanly and nick the arm of the second one that is now charging. It's trying to charge straight at Maul because it's trying to get at the Guardian behind him. But you cleave one cleanly in 2. Mr. Shear.
I guess. Shit. I'm gonna just kill another one. I'm gonna walk up so I get a little bit closer. I want to use my new plasma jet and see what it does.
We also learned that fire is not that bad, so you're good.
Yeah. I don't know.
How strong is Maul's shield?
I'm not worried about Maul. I'm worried about you because, in effect, in my mind, Sammy's standing amongst all the zombified chitin, hacking and slashing amongst them. So if you use a flamethrower,
he's got psionic powers. He'll be fine.
Powered by a microfusion generator carried in a backpack, this weapon unleashes a short-ranged, barely controlled torrent of plasma, capable of annihilating anything close by. Now I'm gonna use the Gauss sniper, and I'm just gonna shoot this guy.
Why don't you just run up and shoot this way?
Yeah, maybe you could get 2 of them.
You could come to right here and just blast that way, and
Oh, I see what you're saying, but yeah. I know the Gauss cannon. I've had the Gauss rifle out. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to shoot this guy.
That's the one I already kneecapped earlier.
Oh, nice. Maybe this will work out for me. God damn it. I got a 7.
Did you add your +1 for being within 25% of the weapon's range, or is this one of the weapons that takes a penalty for being too close?
I don't think it takes a penalty.
Well, then you should get a +1 for being within 25% of its range.
Okay, then I didn't add that, and I got an 8.
Damage. Pick one. One of these poor bastards.
I got 19 damage to the one he already kneecapped.
Okay.
Which one was that? This one?
Yep. He's pulling himself forward on his hands, and you're like, well, that's not effing creepy.
Yeah, that is.
He was going to come at him Ultron style, and then his head fell off. Just disappeared into a misty vapor.
Yeah, it just looks like an M80 and a watermelon. All right, guys down.
If you've been watching The Boys season 3, there are plenty of images that will show you exactly that imagery.
I have not.
Oh, it's good.
Deacon Sterling.
I'll get a little bit closer and then shoot at this guy.
Okay.
That is a miss. Dang it, Sterling! I've been standing close to you for too long. I forgot how to shoot.
Funny. I'm gonna move up here. I'm gonna shoot the same guy.
Okay.
Got a 7.
7 doesn't quite hack it. You need an 8.
Yeah.
Sure, you don't have a +1 there. You include your +1 from being super close. You took an aim.
Oh, I didn't do that. It was actually 2 then. So it is 8.
There you go. Okay, now roll your damage. Got to remember all your factors, man. That 1 point's real important.
You also got an auto rifle, so you can hit auto fire and roll that 3 times. But
Ooh.
I wasn't going to get into the advanced lessons unless we had to.
yeah, I'm fighting a whole bunch of things right now. I want him to shoot.
You're freaking Superman right now.
So got a 9 on damage.
Okay. We're gonna say you shoot the one that was already damaged.
Just the roll. That was just the roll for damage.
Okay, that's fine. We're gonna say you shoot the one that's already been injured, and that's enough to finish him off. Okay,
Sounds good.
and that brings us to the baddies. Okay, there's 4 of them, 5 of them left. Oh, right. Right.
I see 5.
Okay. 2 of them actually hit. They're still swarming. So one of them jumps up onto the shield, and while he doesn't do any damage, Maul, you're now in essence carrying his weight. He's fully on the shield. And you can't use the shield without displacing him. So you're going to have to either grapple with him next time or drop your shield. The other guy is going to come around and swing at Sammy. He does 4 damage, which probably is laughable to Sammy.
I mean, it still hurts anytime something smacks against your suit.
Yep. And top of the round.
All right, so at this point, Colonel Maul will have realized that while he was wearing his power armor, he wasn't using it. Minor detail for anybody that was paying attention, but he drops the shield, 2 hands the hammer, and this time he's going to go full hog and try to take out some shit.
Okay.
Turns out I had a bonus I wasn't using.
I forgot to roll for the big good guy too, but that's fine because you guys are going to wipe him out this round.
So that's 10, 14, and 15, and 18 to hit.
18 to hit.
Yeah.
Would you like 2 of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very much so.
Add your effect to your damage roll.
18 to hit, 3D. 18, so that's 10, 15, 18 damage. AP4.
All right. Yeah, that's that. 18 damage, really?
18 to hit. How much was the damage? I said 10. Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, 18 damage is right.
Okay.
But you should add 8 for your effect.
He added 10 for his effect because he had 18.
Okay. So 18 damage total.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, that's only really enough to kill one of them,
Even with AP4?
even with AP4.
That's fine. Just kill the one.
I thought
Maybe
you.
push the other one back.
Yeah, you could absolutely do that. So the one that's on the shield, you just fling him as you activate your armor, and he just goes flying. Now, do you let go of the shield when you do that?
Hold on a second. 4, 5, plus, yeah, it's 18 damage.
I just thought it was going to be a lot more than that.
I mean, it's only 3d6 is the problem. That's why I want to get the gravity hammer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll fling the other ones back. I did let go of the shield for the time being.
Okay, well, if you let go of the shield, then you still did do damage, because I'm counting that as an attack. Because you basically just threw this guy over this pew. Oh. There's one left kind of standing back here. Sammy, it's your turn. There's 2 right on top of you.
Yeah, I'm going to keep on spinning and slicing. This thing feels like an extension of my arm.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 8. Just barely hit him.
Okay, well, go ahead and roll your damage.
That is 7 damage.
Okay, so you're not quite as good this time. You take a couple fingers off as it's reaching for you, but that's about all you get out of this one. Mr. Shear. Maul just went full Hulk mode and threw one of the Triton over the pew so hard that he bent in half.
Is this guy still up?
That guy's still up. He's not in good shape, but he's still alive.
Alright, yeah, then I'm gonna go ahead and end his entire existence in the messiest way possible.
I feel like you shot him as he was flying through the air.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Totally do it that way.
Pull!
You guys can make a game out of that.
Right?
He says 4, you say pull.
Alright, 12 to hit.
Okay, take your effect over for your damage.
Okay.
It's almost impossible for you not to get enough damage.
22.
That's way, way, way more than you needed. He's dead.
Bam! Kablam.
Are you still in the same magazine?
Hold on.
Haven't been checking. Let's see.
No, because I've got 12. Yeah,
Yeah, I know you've got enough. I just thought it was amazing that you were still firing. Like, I don't need to reload.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay. So, let's see. That would be Deacon and Sterling. Lots of carnage going on in here. Also, what the fuck happened to Sammy? He's all like, electric ninja up there.
Yeah, I'm just shooting at this guy.
Okay.
And I'm taking my whole turn to aim. That gives me 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, and that is 14 plus 3 plus 3, 20. So yeah, I think I vaporized that guy.
Sure did. He is done. He's about to jump on Sammy, and then he looks down at his chest as it glows orange for a second, then a laser beam comes out. It's staring in disbelief as he topples over. Sterling.
Alright, we're gonna go for this guy right here.
Okay. Take a shot.
$11.
Okay. Take your effect and add it to your hit. Or add it to your damage.
$10.
Plus your 11. Or sorry, plus your 3. Or is that with your 3?
That was with it.
11. All right. So you shoot this guy. He's injured. He takes some hits, but he's not quite dead. Not quite dead yet. And that brings us back to the 2 remaining baddies and the. Actually, no, we're just gonna roll for the other guy twice because he missed a turn and so he's gonna step out as Maul is going all Hulk smash, and he's gonna appear to glide. He's gonna have like multiple versions of him, like. You know when you used to drag your mouse across the really old windows and you have that trail of mice behind it? That looks like him until he lands over here. And when he stops, these 2 guys just look down and they're cut in half. And that ends our combat. This Guardian, the Psi Guardian, is heaving and still very much injured. But the room has suddenly gotten very quiet. Even the sounds of the storm outside seem to have dissipated.
Okay. This place is weird. I'm gonna start checking some stuff out, I guess.
We should not go touching things. We should make sure this guy is cool first. Like, both with us being here and with, was like,
Yeah, try to talk to him or something.
Yeah. We did just assume that he was, the good guy here, and I believe we have assumed correctly. But that doesn't mean that he knows that we're his good guys, even if we saved him. Like, a lot of misunderstanding could happen right here.
All right, go ahead and talk to him, leader.
Sammy's going to reach into this big guy and cut the psionic implant out.
Okay. So you go to cut where the other one was, and there isn't anything there on this one, but he's been eviscerated so thoroughly that as you look in, this one, basically, his chest is gilded with these psi ember pieces. It's the size of a grapefruit and encasing his heart.
Can I cut that out?
You sure can. It's gooey.
Yeah. I'm going to hold that up. I'm going to hold up the gauntlet to the Psi Guardian guy, and I'm going to reach out to him telepathically.
Okay. So when you reach out to him telepathically, he basically imparts you guys understand each other's languages instantly. And he has a method where he can imprint entire knowledge, like years of experience, instantly into your mind. So you get hit with a baseball bat. As he doesn't even give you all of it. He really just gives you the high points. And he is going to tell this story to the group. I'm probably going to write a little outro for this session that goes into the chat for you guys, but I'm going to give you the premise here on the stream too. So these psi embers are cocoons.
Thought so.
These people were the ones that came before that built all the ancient civilizations you're finding were theirs. They discovered a way to enter like a psionic realm and live forever if their bodies are preserved in these cocoons. That also makes these cocoons basically psionic antennas. The Chiton were a low intelligence species on one of the worlds that they had this on. And by linking with these, we gleaned a bunch of knowledge about how to build advanced warfare things. Eventually, they figured out how to modify themselves biologically, and they evolved by experimenting on themselves. That's why there's so many different versions of them. And then they decided that rather than gods, as they originally thought these people were, that they were the true gods of the galaxy, and they started harvesting his people. Unfortunately for them, they didn't really know what they were doing, and a couple of them woke up. And also with this comes the knowledge that he is going to die no matter what. Like, once they come out of one of these cocoons, they can never go back in, and he probably only has hours to live. It's a one-way trip coming out of these things. And this place is holy to them and to the Chiton because this was the facility in which the cocoons were made. So this is a church to the Chiton. That they used to come here and worship these beings. But recently they've decided to just harvest. Why they're scattered all over the place instead of up on shrines. It's because they're trying to harvest them for the crystals that they're embedding in themselves to give them these powers. And every time they break one, they obviously kill the being inside.
This place needs to be protected, like at all costs, right?
That would be his opinion. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but how do we know that our people won't do the same thing?
We keep it a secret.
I don't know if I'm cool with that. That's where I'm at. Is there a way to activate protections for this place so that the Triton can't come back?
So their initial thought was that no one would ever find this place. He basically is like, in our arrogance, we thought only we could ever be psionic. And the only way you can find this place is to be psionic. But that has not been the case in the galaxy. Many beings are becoming psions, and in part, it's actually because of some of our species, because some of our species wanted to leave a legacy behind, so they spread their own DNA out through the stars, which included the psionic ability. And as other beings, even if they weren't on the planets, have come to the planets and consumed the flora and fauna, they've been basically permeated with the psionic genes. And now even base level creatures are having some psionic ability. It's
Sammy.
Yeah.
Don't call me a base level creature.
Even the lowliest of creatures are gaining these powers. He's just staring at them.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how it's going down.
So, he doesn't know the answer to the question. He just knew that he was able to break free, and he was willing to sacrifice himself to stop these from killing his brethren. Because not only are these his species, but they co-located families together. So these are his family that are in here. Yeah.
All right. Well, we can move them out of here, like one at a time, right? Like they would be
They're-
safe if we left.
I mean, if you just want to do his family, yes, but there are hundreds upon hundreds of these things in this thing. This asteroid is the size of a small moon, and it is just brimmed with these things catacombed in here. Also, Sammy would know from that meld that this is only one of maybe 100 sites like this.
Yeah, the problem is so here's the thing. Couple problems here. One, it's not cloaked. Like, not only did the Chiton find it, hell, we found it. Like, we know the coordinates. We know how to find these things now. Non-psionics know how to find these things. There isn't really a hide it unless this place has an ability to cloak itself, which if he can't tell us what it is, then we don't have a way to do it. The best we can do is, get any weapons and artifacts we can out of it, and then, tell the paladin what's up with it and pray that he makes the right choices. Because if we don't involve the government, the Chiton will get this place, and we can't have that. It would be better to destroy it than let that happen.
You can't destroy the 100,000.
I agree.
Guardians.
But
Actually, the Psi Guardian would agree with Maul's point of view. While he does not want these people to die, he would rather them explode instantly than be chipped apart one at a time by the Chiton.
right. Like, this isn't I'm going to kill 1 million people because I don't want this to fall into the wrong hands. They're going to be tortured to death slowly over a great deal of time, and there's literally nothing they can do about it.
Just to double check, is this the only forge? You said that this place was churning out crystals, like.
This is the only place that had the actual cocooning mechanisms, which they don't work anymore, but that's what these pyramid-looking things are. It's the only one left like that. There were originally more. There's a whole lot more story to this, but like I said, he just gave Sammy the 10,000-foot view, so I'm not trying to give away a ton of information. But basically, the rest of the facilities, including the one on the Chiton homeworld, were just storage facilities. I mean, when you take an entire species and you put them in these cocoons, they needed a lot of space, and they thought it was best to avoid natural disasters killing off the whole population. Because remember, in the Psi Link, they're all in there. But if their body physically dies, they disappear from the link. Because they're living forever in this psionic link.
They basically went into cyber world or virtual reality.
Yes, and they hid their bodies, and they put them all on different places so that, if a sun went supernova, it didn't take the whole species.
But if they come back, they can never go back into VR.
And they'll die.
Die quickly.
Yeah.
And they'll die.
Yeah, like the best we can do is like I said, we go to the Paladin and we tell them what we found. I mean, we really need to stay here and guard the place because, the Chitin are linked. I don't know how. The best we can hope for is that by neutering his mental abilities, he wasn't able to get a signal out.
The other thing is that the Chitin have been hijacking this link for their own purposes, and the Psi Guardians have been fighting them, but the Chitin have become very psionically powerful, and you guys know that that's happening because they're inserting these crystals directly into themselves as like a cybernetic enhancement, and it gives them like a plus 12 to their psionic ability metagame. So they're like uber powerful psionics. But this also gives you an opportunity to research how these things were made and potentially find a way to stop the Chitin from using the network, which if that happened, suddenly their entire existence they've been able to talk to each other through their mind, through light years apart, instantaneously. What if they couldn't do that all of a sudden?
So does he know how we can disrupt their access to the network?
He doesn't know exactly how to do it. He does say that they've been trying to do it from the inside of the network, but they're not able to do it, obviously, or they would have by now. Also, the Chitin have completely destroyed many different species. They're like locusts. They come out every 10,000 years or so and just wipe shit out. And that's what they're in the middle of doing right now.
Yeah. All right. Does this place have any weapons or useful tools that we could use to help stop them? Like, how do we protect this place?
So he's going to basically say, it's not that we didn't have weapons, but we were mostly a non-violent people with no other sentient beings in the galaxy when we were prevalent. It's not like the galaxy is today. When we were the dominant race, it was because we were the only race. So
Wow, they're super old.
Yeah.
That is not helping us protect you.
What's in these crates?
So it's a mixture of stuff. Some of it is stuff from when the place was a temple for the Chitin. Some of it's new stuff they brought. Would you pop some of them open? Some of these crates are full of shards of the Psi embers from where they've been chopped up.
Ooh, I want to put one in my skin.
Some of them are
hide it.
Some of them are barrels of physical remains of what was in the coffins. You really want to stick one in your skin?
I'm thinking about it. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to hide it right now. Might do it late tonight when I'm alone by myself.
You got to put your sci-fi chip in.
Yeah. My V chip.
Oh, here we go. I'm going to ask him, is there a way we can encrypt the sci-fi network?
So he's
maybe
he's running out of life force, so most of these questions are going to end up being perpetually going through Sammy's memory of him. So creative answers like that are going to be more difficult. But he's going to be there for that suggestion and say that's actually what they're trying to do from the inside. As he understands your version of encryption, that's what they've kind of been doing. They're trying to push the Chitin out of the network by limiting their access so that they can't use it. But at least from the inside of the network, he has not found a way to do it, and he doesn't know any way. He didn't come out of this with a grand plan. He came out of this with a one-time opportunity to fight back. Unfortunately, he doesn't have all the answers, and he wishes that he did.
Can I enter the network, just like externally, and say goodbye to anybody for you?
That's a really kind offer. If you want to help him link back with the network, you can actually link his mind through yours back into the network. But it'll be like talking over the phone. It won't be like him being in there.
Yeah.
be able to say goodbye.
Yep.
And warn them.
I'll tell him how awesome he did saving everybody.
He can also introduce us.
He could also introduce you. That is correct. Go ahead and give me a psi roll to see how well that goes. It'll be double.
You should hold one of these embers.
I got a 10.
Okay. It goes very well. This time when you join the network, because he's helping guide you, there is that initial, oh my god, there's all these chitin, but then it's like you breeze through a curtain, and now you're amongst the Psi Guardians. And you can see them in their original form, and it's interesting that the place that you've gone it looks geographically like Zion Trey, like that may have been a world, and then you take a few steps over and it looks like a different world you've been on. So it's almost like there's these chunks of the planet you've been to, but they're like just a few steps away where each person is. You also realize as he's leading you through this, and it seems like hours, by the way, that you spend walking through here and talking with them, but for the rest of the guys, it's going to be like 30 seconds. He's going to walk you through a couple things, including places you're going to realize there are other places like this that are within your territory. Like that planet that has all the underwater stuff on it. Place? Melanami? I'll have to go back and check my notes, but I think it's Melanami. The place where you had your Dr. Vaughn character. There is definitely a repository of these things somewhere in that city that's under the water. And then he's going to die while you're connected to his mind, and you're going to know what it's like for an entity to die while you're in its mind.
Roll sanity. No, I'm just kidding.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. You're going to take this psionic thing where whenever you touch someone's mind now, you're going to have like a flashback to this.
Yep. I mean, I already hate doing it.
And that's the session for tonight, guys. I think it went very well.
Good job, team.
Go team.
He had a crystal heart.
Yeah, so he was very, very high up in the hierarchy, in case you hadn't figured that out yet. Kind of their equivalent of a high priest. And truthfully, if you guys hadn't shot him up the way you did, actually, the real genius move, I gotta give him credit, Maul sticking that thing in his face saved you guys so much grief.
Yeah,
That was a good idea.
It's so much. Because his psionic attack, he has two psionic attacks, and one is just a I melt your mind attack, and one of them is a it sows confusion to the point where I roll a d6, and it's one of the players suddenly becomes the antagonist for that person, and they have to attack that person.
They're seeing pink elephants.
Boy. Right. Or see somebody as an 8-legged horse.
Yep.
He had a big hammer. I was about to jump over some lightning.
On a separate note, though, we should probably start paying attention. That drug is now a weapon.
It absolutely. Well, it already was, but now it's a different kind of weapon.
Yeah, we can. We should figure out how to aerosolize it or put it on bows and arrows. I don't know, but
Yeah,
We
loaded
got-
with hollow points.
you got to hit them through the armor. But once you get through that armor, it's just a matter of time before they are no longer the psionic behemoths that they were.
But
Right.
it's also worth noting that I let it act so fast because you put it directly into his brain.
Yeah,
So
I chose the eye for many good reasons.
Yeah, good job.
Most eyes are not well armored.
Some metagame, if I put a crystal under my skin, what happens? You get cancer and die?
no, but it won't make you psionic.
Damn it. I must implant it in my brain.
What we should do is lace our helmets with it so that it shields us.
So that's another technology that's already being worked on that doesn't even have. So actually, it would enhance you. The psi embers in your helmet would amplify both receiving and sending, which would be beneficial to Sammy. But the rest of you, it would only make you more vulnerable. But there is a psi shield helmet that Yeah, there's a Psi shield. I think it's a
Modification.
yeah, it's a thing you can use to help your armor.
Yeah, there's a modification you can use that'll give you psi shielding.
Yeah, and that
like the Professor X helmet.
they do have a version of that too, but that's that's you have to have the native ability to use it. Otherwise, it just makes you more vulnerable to attacks.
It's crazy. It's just randomized.
Well, that's I was telling Kizik when we were talking about it. I was like, "Hey, look into these drugs that dilute and enhance your abilities because there may be times where you're gonna be attacked." Which is why I did what he did earlier, because he was like, "I'm gonna be attacked. I'm gonna use this drug, and then I can't be attacked psionically," and that's exactly what happened.
Right.
Anyway, it went very well, and I will catch you guys for the next episode in 2 weeks.
Are we working tomorrow?